Will you promise? Will you promise?
On your most viewed stream of all time? Well, that was Mizkif, a normal guy who...
The Kif. Look at him. The beautiful Kif. Bro, I bought 2 pumpkins. I wanted to carve it, and then I didn't carve it, and I still have 2 pumpkins. What am I to do with it?
Used to be a Twitch fanboy, and who, in just a few short years, would find himself hanging out with those same streamers that he had admired,
yeah.
calling them friends or co-workers, and...
Can I just say that I really dislike the broccoli haircut? I know that it's very fashionable with the children and whatnot, but I just don't really dig the broccoli haircut, man. It's not really my style, you know? It's not me. I don't like it. No me gusta.
And finding them reach...
Bro, that girl has gigantic personalities. Holy. Who are you, my lady? Where have you been in my entire life? Damn, girl. What the fuck?
Reaching out to him in order to be a part of his streams because he had outgrown them.
Damn.
And to take it a step further, he had co-founded...
Bro, he looks so depressed here. He's like, why am I here? Why am I so short? What have I done? What? Wait, he's as tall as Emiru? Soda, the literal gayest boy of Twitch, the twinkiest of twinks, is taller than the Kif? Barely. What the fuck? What the hell? What the helly?
Organization with streamers that he used to watch in his bedroom.
Now you know why he's an angry man, because he's closer to hell and the demons are whispering to him, Mizkif, you can do it. Oh, come on. Just message her one more time. She wants the D. She wants the Kif. Just text her. It's okay.
That were there from the absolute beginning of
Demon
Twitch.
time.
Mizkif's success story was unprecedented in both its speed...
Did you just call it the Chihuahua syndrome? Holy shit. Ouch. I would actually be very sad if someone would say that about me. Holy shit.
And scale. So how is it that you can go...
Who are these two? I don't know these two. So I know this is Asphalt. I don't know this person. Are they siblings? I don't know the Kif. This is Soda. Emiru. I think this is Extra Emily. That's Mr. Gold. I don't know. 3 people.
Go from the top of the world to the
Sierra
absolute bottom, isolated from everyone you used to call a friend. Well, all it took was one stream from Emiru on the 25th of October.
I want to point out that I'm still waiting. He said that he has the evidence. He has the sauce. He has the everything. And he said that he's gonna whip it out, and he did not whip out anything. I am drier than the Sahara. There's nothing that have been whipped out. He has nothing.
2025. She is one of the biggest streamers in the world, and in that stream she would reveal to us that for years she was in a secret relationship with Mizkif, and in that relationship he did...
I just can't believe that a pretty and cute gamer girl like her would date the Kif. Like, I don't want to think about it. I would take the longest shower of my fucking life. Like, holy shit. Money. You think she needs money? That's, you know what? I would forgive it for money. I think it's worse. I think she actually genuinely liked him. And I think that's fucking worse.
Horrendous things to her. To the surprise of everyone, Mizkif in just a few hours would come out with his own response during a live stream, and it would be terrible. It would be catastrophic. He would confirm the majority of the things Emiru was saying while trying to twist it into something else that didn't matter at all. He had essentially managed to make the situation 1,000 times worse, and guys, it was already terrible. And look, by now, I'm sure you know how internet drama works. When it rains...
It's so interesting that... I'm sorry. I just keep looking at his eyebrows. And this eyebrow is like trying to migrate onto the other side. It's like this one ends where it should be, and this one's like reaching out. It's like, I'm trying to hold your hand. Please catch me, brother. I am right here. And it's just the other one is like, yeah.
it pours. And after
It's like, you know that very famous painting when God is reaching down for Adam and like their fingers touching? That's basically his eyebrows. Yeah.
Miru's statement, many others would come out with their own statements about their own experience with Mizkif and how much of a terrible person he was. This once incredible success story had gone from inspirational to morbid, and Mizkif, once at the top of the streamer world, was now completely and utterly isolated. So what the hell even happened? Well, look, as someone who was chronically...
Mizkif says the accusations are false and have cost him over $896,000. God, I wish I would have $896,000. You know, I would be a happy person. What happened with that? Maybe he lost sponsorships? Question mark? Maybe someone like dropped him or something? Don't know.
Online on Twitch during the rise of Mizkif, I think I'm pretty well...
I don't want to think about the rise of Mizkif. Why would Mujin say that? Now I'm not gonna be able to... Oh man, the rise of the Kif. Ooga booga.
Equipped to talk about this topic while also explaining to you what made Mizkif so special, how he was able to rise to fame so aggressively only to so violently lose it all overnight. So
well, it might not just be sponsors, but you know, he was like in OTK, and I think like it was like very vague, like he was either kicked out or asked to leave or something like that. So you know, the big streamers work with like big fucking monies and whatnot.
You already know the drill by now. Let's do this. Art comes in many different forms. Like this ancient Japanese illustration in which an octopus is doing
Are we gonna watch hentai? Hello.
certain things to a woman. There's also this illustration of that same woman.
That's very nice.
His left eyebrow looks like it's telling his right eyebrow to take my hand while it's dangling over a cliff.
Help me, brother. Pre-watched? No, I'm just a gooner. There's only one kind of thing that a boy like him would bring up, and it's always hentai.
Killing that same octopus. I think there's like a story there or something. But the point I'm trying to make is that art is subjective, which is how I can explain the fact that I consider these 4 new sugar-free premium energy cans from GamerSubs to...
Oh, right. I wanted to mention that they have new... sugar. I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as I respect the people with diabetes, as someone who is borderline diabetes or pre-diabetes, whatever you call it, I would never drink the sugar-free. But apparently these are very fucking good. Apparently my manager is addicted to them. So I don't have it yet, but I'm willing to try. I will be generous. Isn't all their stuff sugar-free? That's a good question. Maybe the can isn't. I have some of the can. I maybe because the powder is, but maybe the can isn't.
Be pure art. You can buy one of these chosen at random for $3, and if you don't like to fool around with,
we don't like the good. Okay, this is you're in enemy territory, Mr. Good. I'm watching you. My eyes are on you.
RNG, then you can buy a whole case, 12 of them, for $33.
I like this one. I got both of... I don't have the brand risk. I have like a 4th one that is different. Oh no, or did I just get duplicates? I like the gamer guacamole game. The guacamole gamer fart. It's really good. I'm gonna give it to you. Carbonated gamer shops hits different. I think... you guys should like try to like drink it with soda. Like, you know how you have like that soda machine? I don't know how you call it. It's like I saw it in the store, and it like puts bubbles into your drink. Yeah, the soda stream. Yeah. And you put like gamer subs into it. I think it would hit really good.
And the best part is that you can use the code Mujin at checkout to get 10% off your total order. And finally, if you
I can't wait to have a flavor.
Actually do buy something with my code, then join my Discord. DM me personally with proof, and I'll...
Bro, Mujin be giving out free blowjobs if you use his code. Okay. I might just join the Discord.
give you a special role. You'll find all the necessary links in the description and the pinned comment. So now, without further ado, for real, let's get to the video. Alright, so as I mentioned in the intro, Mizkif was essentially a no.
Bro, look at that. Maximum viewers. How is the maximum viewers 8 if the average viewers are 10? Am I tripping?
Buddy. He was an average guy. He completed college and he was about to work a full-time job. He would have a bit of a health scare and would end up in the hospital. This would change his perspective on things. And that's when he would decide to start streaming. The only problem was that, well, he was getting 10 viewers. And as soon as he felt that he was making some sort of progress with the viewer count, reaching 24 average viewers, the next month he would go back to 6. This is the reality of being a
69. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no fucking clue how to grow on Twitch. I literally don't. I have no idea how I grew on Twitch. It's still a miracle to me. Sometimes, like every time I raid, what I do is like I try to find people with like less than 10 whatever it is viewers so that I can raid them, because I have no idea how you grow on this platform. Vtuber model equals growth. But that's not entirely true, because there are so many amazing models out there, and just because you have a great model, it doesn't mean that you will immediately get a big clout, you know?
Small streamer. It's hell on earth. And he was getting very frustrated with the fact that he wasn't growing at all. This is when he
was playing Fortnite. Disgusting.
Decide to diversify. He would make a YouTube channel. It was called Mizkif at the time. Today, it's called Mizkif Documentaries because he renamed it. But the idea was very simple. Mizkif was a streamer fanboy. He was very active in many of their communities, which gave him a keen understanding about what makes a streamer laugh, their sense of humor, while also taking into account their community's inside jokes. He would use this knowledge to create documentaries on...
I'm sorry, all I can look at that girl's tits. Bro. I don't want to be like that, but they are so fucking firm and they are just like right up there. What am I supposed to... I have no idea who Miss Jones is, but that girl has the firmest fucking titties I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm so sorry. That's actually amazing.
Some of the top streamers at the time, except they'd be mostly inaccurate. They'd be full of false info.
It's a good bra. Nah, that's not a bra. She has those tits made. I swear to you. I like... maybe. Nah. No, those are made tits. Those are handcrafted titties. Girl, you're drooling. Oh, I'm sorry. Can we zoom? I wish.
And inside jokes, it was mostly meant to be comedic. That's because Mizkif was hoping to showcase his own sense of humor. His first video would be titled Who is Tyler 1? And to his massive disappointment, it would barely get any views.
Aww.
He'd start to spam this link in multiple communities, hoping that someone would click on it, would watch it, would react to it, and...
Learn, gentlemen. We are learning how to start out as a streamer slash influencer slash... I don't know, corner jerker.
Eventually,
we are
someone
learning.
Would. Mizkif was truly hoping that Tyler 1 himself would react to this live on stream, but instead what he got was Tyler 1's brother, Erob221. He'd watched...
He has a brother?
...that video on stream, and that would be one of the most defining moments in Mizkif's career. That's because Erob...
That's Tyler too. Oh man, he's not got Tyler too. I can't believe it.
Would enjoy it, he'd laugh at it, and his chat would love it too.
Man.
Seeing that many of the top streamers would share many viewers, they'd start to post that video in other streamers' chats too. Mizkif would then make a video titled Who is...
I don't know why I thought this was NMP for a second. I was like, Jesus, NMP got round there. I was like, wait a second. The skin color doesn't match.
Greek God X, one of the top streamers at the time as well, and he would react to it live on stream in front of 12,000 viewers. These videos would start to gain traction, and Mizkif was reconsidering.
Damn,
maybe
look at those numbers.
To be a YouTuber since he was...
You know, if you make a 7-minute video and you make like 3 million views, you might just earn $50. You might be able to go out and buy yourself lunch twice. It's very respectable, actually. Yeah. 50 is 50, but yeah, for sure.
Finding so much success here compared to Twitch. But before he could even begin to see whether these YouTube videos would actually bring in more viewers on Twitch, he all of a sudden...
I really hate this picture. Thank you very much, Mujin, because I'm going to have nightmares about it.
...received the opportunity of a lifetime. This is what truly changed everything.
By now, it's the Kif's arrival is imminent.
A secret. Twitch originated from Justin.tv, a website that was originally made for you to be able to stream yourself to strangers.
I feel so sad that I didn't see when Twitch was Justin TV. Those people who know how it looked like, it must be such a blast to look back. It's like these are like hidden, forbidden memories. Originally made it so that Justin could stream. Smart. This guy must be a millionaire by now.
While they interacted with you in chat, Twitch would be created purely for gaming content. Justin Khan, the founder of Justin.tv, would see that there was big demand for gaming-centric content, especially with the rise of esports. This is when he and his team would create Twitch.tv purely and only for gaming content. If you wanted to do more vlog-centric content, then you would just have to go to Justin.tv. However, at some point, Justin.tv would shut down. And
Gunrun was Justin? Wait. No. What? No. We was the no, but no. It's not the same. No. He wasn't the Justin. Yeah, exactly. So he was not the Justin. He was just there. He was his friend. Yeah, but I'm talking about Justin. Yeah, no, stop gaslighting me. They're gaslighting me, mama.
Twitch would be bought by Amazon in 2014. However, around December 15th...
This is fucking terrifying. Why are there fat people coming out of the screen? Is this a fetish or a nightmare? It's... Why are fat Americans coming out of my screen? What the fuck? They want my hot dog. They cannot have my American cheese.
2016, Twitch would make a big decision. They would now allow you to do IRL streams in which you vlog yourself walking on the street, going to a restaurant, whatever. This was a very big deal because prior to this, you were not allowed to stream on Twitch unless you were playing some form of video game. And one of the first streamers who would take full advantage of this change, of this shift of content on Twitch, would be Ice Poseidon. Before doing IRL, he was an old school RuneScape player who lived with his parents. What made him unique at the time were multiple factors.
Isn't this one of the nuisance streamer from Japan? I only heard about him in that context, that he was annoying in Japan or something.
One of them being his very loyal and loud community, as well as his song requests, in which that community would request songs that seemed...
Wait, so was this a villain arc? Like he started out as a good guy on Twitch, and then he became a nuisance streamer? Ah, bro. This is like you either die as a hero or live long enough to become a villain.
Seemed legit, that seemed real,
crazy.
While randomly sprinkling in the N-word and other slurs to make him react to it, and
just a tiny sprinkle of the N-word, just a sprinkle, okay?
And then say you're banned, which at the time made him blow up. After the introduction of IRL streaming, Ice Poseidon would move from his home in Florida to Los Angeles, in which he would become a full-time IRL streamer. Barely 7 months after the introduction of IRL back on Twitch, he would be featured on Rolling Stone with an article titled "On Air with LA's Most Wanted Man, Life Streamer Ice Poseidon."
Holy shit, so he was like big streamer?
A year later, the New Yorker would send a reporter to Ice Poseidon's house to start documenting his life. He'd end up writing a very lengthy profile about who Ice Poseidon is, what he does for a living, and how it all works. It was very in-depth and would take you around 41 minutes if you want to read it. Look, I don't even know if I can explain to you fully just how much of a big deal this guy was. You really had to be there.
I was not there. I know nothing. Bro, he was so important and so successful, and now he's just, I don't know, like a footnote. Someone who's just like kind of annoying. I was there, I didn't care. I do miss Pokemon Go. Dude. I remember when every second news article was about that a bunch of kids almost got hit by a car because they were crossing the road and they didn't pay attention because they were trying to catch the Pokemons. And like the normies who were like doing the news, they were like, they are trying to catch these digital creatures and it's demonic and whatnot. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
It was revolutionizing not just streaming, but the
Hi there,
absolute...
Isku, how are you
Hello.
doing? And in case you haven't heard it today, you are super cool and cute and you have a lovely voice, and I have a very random dumb request, but could I get to start digging in yo butt twin if it's okay? If not, it's fine and sorry I asked, and have some flowers, hibiscus emoji, tulip emoji, hyacinth emoji, rose emoji, lotus emoji.
Wait, when? When? What? You wanna dig in me? What does that... What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Please do not dig in me. I don't know what that means. Sorry.
definition of
It was to eat your ass. No, thank you.
what good content was. He'd
Thank
find
you,
himself
but
in
no thank
ridiculous
you.
situations and would make content out of anything and anyone. His community would be global.
Bro, they are very generous with the schnozzle. I don't know if that's the angle or whatnot, but they are very generous with the schnoz. Like, that schnozzle is so big that he can smell me over here. Holy shit. Yeah, he can smell me faster than he can hear me. That's impressive.
I mean, it was so powerful that you'd see random graffiti like this of him on a wall. Not to mention that even to this day in 2025, if you type richest man in LA on Google, you find his picture. That's something his community did on purpose so that he can go flex to random women on the street and hope to pick them up. Today,
What?
in hindsight, his content seems average, but back then he was the first to do it. He made a video, for example,
Bro, he was called mid. He was, okay, it's not that he was mid. He was doing all this shit so that we can run. He walked so that we can run. Hobbit feet? He's not... I'm just reading the fucking shit. Monka, he's not breathing. Jesus Christ, his feet are giant. Toes moved, Monka. Is this prime entertainment? Watching someone sleep and... Yeah? Dim toes.
about how he made $5,000 while sleeping, in which viewers could pay money to request songs to wake him up, and that's something that even streamers like iShowSpeed have done today. But what really changed everything for him was when he would do the RV trip stream, in which he would get a bunch of his friends on an RV and tour the country randomly, impromptu, and would create some of the best, most memorable content the live streaming world has ever seen. Now, tangent aside and back to Mizkif, Mizkif had made a video on his channel titled Who is Ice Poseidon? And Ice had reacted to it with 11,000 live viewers. He found it funny, his community loved it, and so that's when opportunity struck. Ice Poseidon's manager, Brent Caskell, otherwise known as Scuffed Steve Jobs,
I didn't want to say it. I was like, brother, aren't you dead? Yeah, I can see it too. Just give him a turtleneck. It's easy. Literally put him a turtleneck. Halloween. Boom. Easy.
that's the name Ice Poseidon's community gave him, would reach out to Mizkif and tell him, hey, remember RV Trip 1? I'm sure you watched it. We're about to do RV Trip 2. So how about you come along to the sequel of this legendary stream, and maybe you can make an actual real documentary on Ice Poseidon this time. Mizkif would immediately take the opportunity and fly out. This would be in the summer of 2018. However, as always, there was a complete miscommunication between Ice and his manager, with Ice introducing Mizkif as his cameraman for the trip, and that's exactly what ended up happening. There was no documentary to be made. The man behind the camera for most of the trip was Mizkif. But that's not to say that Mizkif didn't have memorable moments himself, making his own mark on the stream and being able to showcase his sense of humor. Look, overall, just like the first trip, the sequel managed to be just as crazy. And this time, Mizkif managed to...
Oh my god, there was gamer subs even back then? Holy shit. I just realized this must have been like ages and ages and ages ago, and there was already gamer subs. Holy shit. How to Basic? Wait, you know how to Basic looks like? Is he on the picture or something? Yeah, which one is him? Point at it. Give it to me, right? The one kneeling. There's two guys kneeling. The red or the beardy one? The beardy one? Bro, he looks so normal. I imagine someone crazier.
Be a part of it. Back during 2018, anyone who watched or had anything to do with
Too
streamers
normal.
knew that this RV trip was happening and was keeping up with it in some shape or form, including the subreddit livestream fail. You see, initially,
The beardy one is anything for views.
this subreddit was made purely to share fails that would occur on livestream. Since it was live, it meant that the odds of bad things happening was way higher than usual. The subreddit would truly peak during the H1Z1 days, in which you would see a bunch of streamer bugs, drama, and fails. Soon enough, though, the subreddit posters, as well as the mods themselves, would realize there were only so many fails to find on Twitch or even YouTube. It's not like 100 of them happened every day. Soon
How the turntables live stream fail can live off of literally anything and everything now. There is always at least 5 retards online every singular hour.
it would be a place to post any highlights from streaming, whether it be funny moments, memorable moments, sad moments, you name it. But during the RV trip, both the first one and the
Alien sighting. They met aliens.
second one, livestream fail was littered with clips from those trips. Like, you could go to that subreddit every day and the entire front page would be full of clips of what had happened the prior day, because not everyone could keep up with everything happening, right? It was the biggest advertisement ICE could have ever asked for. Hell, even bigger streamers at the time, like Dr. Disrespect, would hint that they were keeping up in some way or another with this RV trip. It was that legendary and unprecedented. This was like reality TV show without the scripts or the producers. This was reality, period. And people couldn't get enough of it. Unfortunately, though, RV Trip 2 would end in a disaster, in an incident dubbed Horseshoe Bay, in which Ice Poseidon would very
Look, tentacle. Tentacle in the picture, framed behind Mr. Poseidon.
nonchalantly, with no empathy whatsoever, break up with his crying girlfriend live on stream because he had cheated on her with her friend in the same hotel he booked her. This
Wait, so he broke up with his girlfriend because he cocked his girlfriend in the same... Wow. Ice cold.
turned his entire community against him, and he was overall hated like never before. And of course, throughout this entire event, Mizkif was the cameraman. I mean, you already know at this point. His very powerful community would revolt against him and would vow to boycott his streams unless he stopped being such a stupid person. And while his hate was at an all-time high, the livestream fail mods saw an opportunity. Ice Poseidon was very controversial. His community was uncontrollable, and overall, he was a liability. So they initiated a community vote to ban Ice Poseidon from livestream fail. You wouldn't be able to post anything about him, talk about him, nothing. And seeing that a huge chunk of livestream fail users were also part of Ice Poseidon's community, this was perfect because they could give him a big middle finger. Everyone knew how much the subreddit helped him to grow. So they voted yes. And Ice was banned from livestream fail for many years to come. In the meantime, though, Mizkif completely avoided all this negative attention. During the RV trip, he had met streamers like Erob221, and they had followed each other. In fact, he had networked with quite a few people. And so after the RV trip 2 had ended around June 2018, he had started to see momentum on his Twitch channel that he had never seen before, going from 6 viewers to a few hundred. But that of course wasn't enough to live out his dream. No, he would take it yet another step forward.
Is this easy? Sorry, the music. I keep vibing and I'm like, I feel the urge to gotcha. I'm like, it smells like I want to waste money and swipe the card.
Moving into a house with a bunch of other streamers like Erob221 and creating content together. Look, by this point, if it wasn't obvious yet, Mizkif was you. He was a normal person. He was someone who just watched streamers and...
It was me. I am the Kif. The Kif was inside of me. Holy shit. Hey, Cat God!
Now, all of a sudden, he was sitting in a room with all of them laughing. Many people who were dissatisfied with...
I want to identify as Mr. Kif's wallet and bank account. Is that baby Osmongold? Oh my god, is it Lakari? Oh my god, he had so much hair. Look at him. He was a baby.
Ice Poseidon's behavior started to watch Mizkif instead and would support him monetarily to see him live out their dream. They were essentially living through him. And they would make sure that no matter where you were on Twitch, you would hear of him. And
Lakari never had hair. He logged in early and he realized that it was just holding back. He's more aerodynamic now.
His new community. For example, someone would make him an emote,
Egg?
and he would call it Mizkif Egg. Now, in order to network, he made it a point to always raid someone after streaming. And I mean, you guessed it, they usually were bigger streamers. After he would raid a streamer, the only thing you would see in that streamer's chat was this obnoxious ass emote. His community would spam it so much that most streamers would actually end up banning
meow.
it. It was
Love you,
impossible at this point
You're
to not
even
know
cuter than I remembered.
Hello.
Meow,
Meow meow.
who he was, or at least have heard of him. Barely a few months later, you'd find him on the Scuffed podcast that was made by Trainwrecks TV. And in it, he was so comfortably sharing his sense of humor, having conversations with some of the biggest streamers on the platform. Trainwrecks would make it a point.
Bro, why is Asfand looking like he's about to teleport? He's literally doing like a vibration. He's the Flash.
To bring in smaller content creators from time
'Cause
to
he
time, but
is.
none of them would shine through like Mizkif truly did. It's as
He's
if he had
just
prepared his
meow.
entire life to become a streamer, and now that he finally got the opportunity, he was excelling
He's a
at it,
god.
and it showed. Most of his streams at the time would be spent playing marbles, in which users in his
Jesus.
chat could race each other to get first place, or he'd straight up just spend his time doing the most random, ridiculous things you can imagine, like doing front flips on his stream.
So what I'm hearing is that Filian is Mizkif. I understand.
Shaving his head and his eyebrows, staring at a wall for 10 hours. I mean, truly, it was the Wild West.
True.
And people loved it at the time. As this was happening, and around the end of 2018, people would start to realize something. The livestream fail subreddit, once known to share fails of streamers and then eventually talking a lot about Ice Poseidon, would now become a forum.
I'm sorry. Can I point out that the artist drew such a big nose onto this fella and this poor girl didn't get any nose? Like, what is this? Is this like, where's the communism? Yeah, he took it all. He took it a little bit too seriously, the I got your nose. You know, where is it? Like, poor girl has nothing.
That fueled
God damn
Twitch
it.
drama, didn't just talk about it, but actually played a critical role in it. I mean, this right here is the front page of Livestream Fail from the Internet Archive back in 2018, and you can see that whenever there was a big Twitch ban, whenever there was drama, whenever there was a highlight, it was
So what I'm hearing is that I was gaslit into thinking that only girls gossip but I see now that the boys always gossip as well. They just do it competitively on Reddit.
always on this subreddit. More than once, you'd see Twitch drama that was fairly niche make it on the front page of Reddit, which would attract tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. It wasn't just all about highlights anymore, this was also about gossip, about drama. However, one familiar face you'd start to see often on the front page.
Do I look like a sex offender? What a clip! What a title. Beautiful.
Was Mizkif. He had a talent of making many clippable
What the
moments.
fuck?
He could turn a serious moment into a humorous moment. He could make a boring moment into something ridiculous, and everyone would start to clip it and share it, knowing that they'll get free Reddit karma. In fact, his clips would become so damn common that Livestream Fail would make him a filter. This was a very big deal at the time, because look at the people that also had a filter. Dr. Disrespect, Soda Poppin', Trainwrecks TV. There was a filter for drama, and there was a filter for XQC. This guy was now one
GTARP.
of the greats. And mind you, this happened in under a year of him getting off RV Trip 2. It was insane. He was finally starting to see the fruits of his labor. He had gone from a few hundred viewers to now having over 1,000, and within the beginning of 2019, he'd have
No wonder he was so fucking salty when Emmy started to grow. Because he could feel that he plateaued. And there was no way to go higher up, only down.
over 3,000 live
Crazy.
viewers. This already took him from being a hobbyist to someone who can do this full-time and make a lot
Yeah,
of...
I mean, did you see, like, he was going there just in a few months. Can I go back? Are you not allowing me to go back? Please let me go
the
back.
fruits of it.
So like October, he still had... Let's check the average viewers. Should we check the... Yeah, because the max could be like raids or whatnot.
His labor. He had gone from a few hundred viewers to now having...
Yeah, look at the pop. This is basically within like 3 months. went from 500 to 2K,
having over 1,000.
and then from 2K to 3K effortlessly.
And within the beginning of 2019,
That's crazy.
he'd have over 3,000 live viewers. This already took him from being a hobbyist to someone who
Holy
can do this
shit.
full time and make a lot of money doing it. But of course, to Mizkif, it wasn't enough. There was so much more he wanted to do, and he was only getting started. But the question was, how do you go from having 3,000 average viewers to later reaching over 7,000? How do you go from the top 1% of Twitch to the top 1% of the top 1%? Well, the answer is one simple word: parasocial.
Come. Or Dan.
On April 21st, 2019, a user would post a clip on Livestream Fail titled "Scuffed Pokimane Brings Actual Content to Twitch." It would be upvoted over 5,000 times and would end up on the front page of the subreddit. Here's the clip. Watch.
Bird. Wait, this is not Pokimane. Oh, no, this is Maya.
Bean. His name is Bean. I didn't name him.
No, Maya, don't put the bird into the oven. No.
He is a juvenile red-tailed hawk. He's probably 6 months.
Aw, such a pretty
He was hit
baby.
by a car a few.
Look at the bird. He's legit checking out the girl. It's like, who's that? What is that? What you doing over there? Huh? Who are you? What's your purpose here?
Oh, they're really excited about the hawk. He was hit by a car a few months ago.
Oh no.
So I just got my falconry license and I'm rehabilitating him for a couple months. So I just fly him every day and I weigh him every day.
So yeah, the whole point of this clip was the fact that she kind of looked similar to Pokimane, but was actually bringing real content to the platform, showcasing her hawk while being very confident about it. As always, Mizkif would waste
Showcasing her hawk. just like girls do. Just me and my hawk.
no time. He saw how popular she was on the subreddit. He saw how many viewers she gained after that clip was posted. And so when he found out that she was trying to build
Nice hawk, girl. Of course. The boys adore a girl with a big hawk.
a PC, he reached out and gave her some advice. Of course, it wasn't mostly helpful. It was mostly comedic jokes, and it was really just for content. At some point, Maya would give him this look of
She's so
desperation, and it
sad.
would actually become a very popular emote. What would happen soon after, though, is that they would actually keep making content together. And Mizkif would notice fairly quickly that every clip posted of these two on Livestream Fail would get upvoted to oblivion. I mean, guys, as someone who unfortunately browsed this dumbass subreddit every day in 2019, I can tell you right now that not a single day went by without seeing a clip of Mizkif and Maya on the front page. It was getting ridiculous. People were shipping them hard, so it's no wonder that in just a few
I'm sorry. What's that poster? I fucked your sister? In the back with the crabs? I'm like trying to read it. And it's like, eh? I fucked yeah, Mr. Crab. Hello? Why? Also, is that a Dakimakura? A lost to train wreck Dakimakura?
months, Maya would move in with him, and this would be their reveal. Watch.
Dun dun
I'm
dun.
going to meet her family.
Aw.
That's not it. That's not what he's gonna say. That is true.
Chat, we're roommates.
Roommates. Wink wonk.
We're dating.
His fucking face.
He's my boyfriend.
Aww.
Look at how excited the
I'm his
chat is, dude.
girlfriend.
Look at these people. Look at how excited everyone is. You're probably wondering,
Surely it will end on a high note and it will be just love at first sight and they are still dating and they loved and cherished each other and now they are a streamer power couple and they are rich and living in a mansion happily and yet no drama, no harassment, there's no nothing. They are just only positive good vibes. Yeah.
why are people so excited over two streamers dating? Well, it goes back to the whole parasocial aspect. Mizkif was a normal guy. His viewers saw themselves in him, thinking if he can do it, I can do it too. They lived this dream.
His viewers saw themselves in him. I mean, maybe some of them. Maybe.
Through him, and also wanted to live the dream of finding a girlfriend like Maya through him too.
like that.
And now, yes, this is very wholesome. This is very nice.
I mean, I could see myself in Maya, sure, but in the Kif, I don't know.
Nice, but you've watched rom-coms before. You know that all the excitement's
I
gone
would
once the
never.
couple kisses, right? Was this going to be the case here too? No, it wasn't. If anything, the parasocialism got even crazier. When Mizkif would cheer Maya up on stream, it would get posted as a clip on Livestream Fail. There would be wholesome moments in which Mizkif tells Maya that she doesn't deserve him, she deserves better, and that he's very grateful to be with her. Aww.
That's so
on Livestream Fail. Oh look,
cute.
another clip of these two with over 8,000 upvotes. Oh hey, that's another clip right here, 6,700 upvotes. Would you look at that, the same amount of upvotes, again, another clip featuring them both. Guys, this got so ridiculous that at some point someone posted a clip with the title
Maya eats some cereal and then breathes. Peak content. That's right. Who needs to be funny or have personality when you can crunch cereal and get upvoted to high heaven? Beautiful. Love it. Female breathes, I don't know how to say that. Female eats cereal and breathe. Does the hoo-ha, hoo-ha.
Maya eats some of her cereal and then breathes.
Hoo-ha.
And within the span of 6 hours, it would get more than 4,000 upvotes. This was meant to make fun of the state of this subreddit. It was literally just a place to post clips about Mizkif and Maya at this point.
I remember the plank streamer. There was a girl who had like a wooden plank put onto her chair when she went to pee or something, and she was complaining that there were more viewers when the plank was on stream than when she was there. Like every time she came back from pissing, her viewership dipped. Like people legit tuned out when it wasn't the plank. I remember then.
You see, this subreddit, even though it had evolved into being a space to discuss Twitch drama, still had a big void that wasn't filled after the banning of Ice Poseidon. This new parasocial aspect between Mizkif and Maya would definitely fill the majority of that gap. And thanks to this subreddit and many of these clips going viral, sometimes being on the front page of Reddit, many people will start to find Mizkif. There's this thread on the Mizkif subreddit asking out of curiosity,
A rabbit? Or a cat? Or a retarded dog? Could be anything.
when and how did he discover Miz? One of the top comments says, oh yeah, he made an impression of Tyler 1 and it was a clip on Livestream Fail. Another one would say, oh yeah, it was a clip in which Maya was explaining to Mizkif that a skunk was not a pet. There are so many comments in this thread, I mean there's 451, and so many of them will point to the whole Maya and Mizkif arc. No wonder the guy went from 3,000 average viewers to 8,000.
So what I'm hearing is that to be a boy, have your little boy failure arc, and then start dating a cute girl.
Hello, Pockets. Hi.
Hello. And then stonks. Am I hearing this right? So loser life, normal loser on stream, then get girlfriend, stonks. You have to start your loser arc yet, okay? So you have to be a miserable twat, but you have to be consistent, miserable twat, and work your ass off, and then you start dating. Yeah, so you need to get a girlfriend. Fuck.
Right before becoming official with Maya. And look, some of you may not be
You gotta
fully
do it.
aware of what 8,000 means, but just to give you some perspective, sponsors will
lot.
pay you $1 to $2 per viewer.
Do they? $1 to $2?
Per hour when you play a game, for example. So imagine what 1 hour of a sponsorship would be like.
Holy
Imagine 2,
shit.
imagine 3. This guy would be making some yearly salaries in just the span of a few hours with this view count. From many people's point of views, he had already made it, essentially. But to Mizkif, there was always more room to grow. The numbers could always go further. And seeing that the whole Maya and Mizkif arc had come to a conclusion, he had to move on to the next bigger and greater thing. And for that, he would take direct inspiration from his mentor, Ice Poseidon.
Oh no. Oh no. Please tell me that he is not going to break up with her like live on stream or
Gordon
something.
Ramsay is one of, if not the most successful celebrity
Right.
chef on the planet.
Right.
But you see, just like Mizkif, he had very humble beginnings. When he was 19, he was a nobody. Someone that had done technical college.
There's no way that this is a picture when he was 19. I don't believe
Cool
that.
guys are born as failures.
No, that's not true. Don't say that. That's mean.
And done a bit of catering here and there. However, he
It is. Bro, looks like already he's pushing 35. What are you talking about? I believe he looks 35 when he was 19. Bro, he must have been the oldest looking 10-year-old ever.
Had that hunger, that drive, and he wanted to be the best, so he went to the best. And at the time, that was none other than Marco Pierre White.
Who?
Marco was, and still is, the youngest chef to ever attain 3 Michelin stars on a restaurant in
He's kind of cute. French? Italian? What are you?
the UK. That is the highest honor
Nice
a
hair.
chef could ever hope to achieve, and he did this while having direct
Oh, never mind. He's a serial killer. I see it now. I do see it now. I can hear the white girl screaming.
reputation of one of the first chefs that had a potty mouth. This guy would absolutely torture, destroy his staff. I mean, people would come in and try to work for him. After a day, they would leave. He would kick out celebrities from his restaurant if they gave him attitude. And he was seen as a rock star.
Ooh.
Gordon would absorb everything he could during the span of the 2 years he worked for him and would then go on to establish his very successful businesses. I mean, truly, even if you were to ask him today, he would credit much of what he learned to Marco. If you want to be the best, you simply learn from the best. And that's exactly what Mizkif did with Ice Poseidon. During our V trip too, everyone was just having a good time, being high, doing whatever, but Mizkif was there providing entertainment, but also sucking everything like a sponge.
Yes, continue.
Understanding what made Ice special and seeing how he operated.
I'm
Many
listening.
of the things he learned with Ice would stick with him. And after he had received unprecedented, crazy,
I'm not saying anything. It's great. It's great.
insane momentum due to his relationship with Maya blowing up, the next step for him was incorporating everything Ice had done thanks to his influence. Now, some of it would be very direct, right? Like poaching the brains behind Ice Poseidon's operation and hiring him instead. Jacob was the man who set up all the tech of Ice Poseidon's streams, kept track of his dashboards, his stats, and even his financials. Mizkif would later hire him to work on operations for OTK. We'll see what that is later. And at some
Ooh.
point, he would hire one of the most longtime cameramen of Ice Poseidon.
He stole the people. Someone is gonna get a Google Ducky.
Victor. Now, this was very
Yoink.
straightforward. It was very obvious what he was
Yoink.
trying to do, but he would also take it a step further. You see, Mizkif understood that a big part of why Ice Poseidon had become so big was because he knew exactly how to use the people around him for content. He didn't manage to do all this alone. He would literally go out randomly on the street with no plans, meet up a random stranger, and make an entire 4-hour stream with them worth watching. But Ice, just like any other streamer, would hold grudges, would have a blacklist, would have people they don't want to interact with if they wronged them. Mizkif was willing to throw all of that to the side if it meant getting more viewers. There was no
Ballsy.
limit. There was no cutoff point. There was nothing you could do to him that would stop him from collaborating with you if it meant more viewers. Here are some examples. Around April 2019, Mizkif would go to PAX East with another streamer by the name of Svand. They would meet up a cosplayer, and that cosplayer would very openly start to talk dirty to Mizkif. She'd start
Oh, she has great tits. My goodness. Jenna, oh my god. Yeah, she has great tits.
whispering things in his ear, making him blush, and telling him things like, "Call me daddy." After she would leave and the conversation would end, he would look at the
Ew.
camera and jokingly say, "She sucked me off."
Oh, what the fuck? Bro. Ew. Call me daddy. The kiffening. A man had talked to a woman like that, he would have gotten so much shit.
To which Svand would say, "Really?"
What?
Jokingly. A month later, both Mizkif and Svand would get banned for a week. Why? Well, because Jenna, the cosplayer, didn't really like the clip. She didn't like the fact that she was drunk, and she didn't like the fact that Mizkif made that joke. So she sent her lawyers after Twitch to copyright strike their VODs, which made them get banned for an entire week. This had
This is this is how I know that I am not a big streamer, because to think about that some idiot says some random shit and your immediate reaction is that you are going to call your lawyer, that would never occur to me. But I understand, because it is damaging her reputation, I guess. But also, like, what the fuck? Also, can I point out that the moderators are saying Mizkif combed his pants? Mizkif combed his pants. Yeah. 10 out of 10 moderators.
It happened a month after Jenna had messaged S-Fan telling him, yo, I didn't really appreciate the joke, and they settled it privately. The outrage was incredible, right? The entire community was rallying against her. In fact, it got so bad.
She was like, I am willing to forget for $50,000 each. I can be persuaded to drop this perhaps if you will pay up. Yeah, just a tiny, tiny small amount for emotional compensation, if that is all right.
That she was even copyright striking Reddit posts made about her.
Oh,
Another post
shit.
would get made calling her out, DMCAing other posts, and it would reach the front page of Reddit with 22,000 upvotes. It was looking really bad for her, and it was also very bad for Mizkif, because to him, it's as if his career had ended suddenly for a week. He was having a very hard time mentally to deal with this, and would even cry in the shower about it. He would reveal that later. Now, usually, right, assuming you were in Mizkif's shoes, you would blacklist Jenna. You would never want anything to do with her ever again, right? Well, 3 years later, he would actually invite her to his stream. They would collab together, and he'd end up uploading YouTube highlights of the stream itself.
Bro, she has such a good body. Like, I get it. I know the tits are fake, but like, she has such a fat ass. Like, look at the curves. I'm trying not to goon so far, but like, she just has like really good proportions, you know? She has a good skeleton. That sounds really fucking weird, but she does have a really good skeleton. You know, like it comes out at all the right places. Could I admit those are nice shirts? Would you wear that? Sure. I like her pants.
He would actually invite her to his stream. They would collab together,
like
and he'd end up uploading YouTube highlights of the stream itself. To this day, his most...
Oh my god. We got so drunk, so she dominated me. Damn.
...viewed video of all time on his channel features
her.
His third most viewed video is also with her involving...
She likes getting shocked. You know, you're right. Maybe I should get a girlfriend.
...shock collars, and she would make an appearance another 2 different times with very highly viewed highlight videos. This didn't just help her redeem herself in the eyes of the community, it obviously led...
So what you're telling me is that hot female equals views. That's crazy. Wow. What? What the... What? Ain't no way. I don't believe you.
...to way more viewers on both his YouTube and his Twitch.
At the time, bro, you cannot say at the time. Why do you think every pretty girl has like an OnlyFans these days? Everyone, literally every motherfucker has it.
This was someone who was clearly unstable, who was very irresponsible with her lawyers, who got him a week-long ban and made him scared to lose his entire career, and yet there she was, redeeming herself in the eyes of the community.
Oh no, Hassan. I hope Hassan doesn't have an OnlyFans. I don't want to see it.
While giving him many views.
Yeah.
This was who Mizkif truly was. But it wouldn't end here. He would really go after anything that got him views. At some point, a fairly known streamer by the name of Slicker would be outed as a scammer. He would scam other streamers over $200,000, asking for loans, asking for help, and it would end up actually being used for...
Bro, he must have been really fucking good at it, because getting 200,000... That's pretty good. Yeah.
For gambling. One of the people who was affected was a longtime friend of his who was dealing with cancer. He had scammed her for over $50,000. It was a scandal of epic proportions. And no one wanted to talk to Slicker at all. He was pretty much deemed blacklisted. It was over. Except, of course, for Mizkif, who would invite him on his stream to hear his side of the story. He would bring him on, he would bring XQC on, he would bring Hassan on, and he would even bring the cancer patient who he scammed out of $50,000 on too, where they confronted each other and Mizkif just sat there ranking in the views. And hell, if that wasn't enough, Alinity, the streamer who famously said, let's copy strike PewDiePie, and who
Can we copy strike PewDiePie? Bro, I can't believe it, like, she's the most famous for that. And her boobs.
also threw her cat on stream while at some point feeding it vodka was easily, by 2019, one of the most hated people on the entire internet. At some point, in a teary-eyed apology, she'd say that she's sorry, that she didn't mean these things, that she's trying to be better, and that this isolation, the fact that she had lost all her friends and is hated by everyone, is leading her to have some very dark thoughts. Still though, no one wanted anything to do with her. She was radioactive.
She didn't, wasn't it? I don't remember the cat vodka thing. I think that was just like a little bit blown out of proportions. It's not like she put an entire bowl down and it's like, go kitty cat, from now on you're on Russian diet. It was... I don't remember. Isn't it just like she kissed the cat and she was drinking vodka or something like that? It wasn't just like a speed run into Russian culture. Did she not throw the cat too? I think she did throw the cat.
No one reached out to her, no one talked to her, no one wanted to help her.
But you know how the internet is. It's like, once the internet deems you bullyable, like literally anything you do is becoming like something to be hated for. Like she could have literally just like sit there and breathe and people would have make up something.
Deem herself, except one person, of course, Mizkif. He would at some
Why did he say it like that? Mizkif.
point invite her on his podcast and hear her side of the story. He would help her redeem herself in the eyes of the community, and it would actually end up working. In fact, she'd become a recurring guest on his streams, always collabing with him, always being part of his events, and it really showed that this guy took Ice Poseidon's philosophy to the next level. He didn't just know how to use others for content, he also didn't hold grudges. He prioritized views over emotions, over feelings, and it worked tremendously well, to the point where he'd even beat his own expectations as he embarked on his newest journey, which would be the formation of OTK.
Ooh.
On June 25th, 2020, Tips Out would...
Good name. I like that username. It's very straight to the point. Yeah, tips out. Only the tip. Strictly only tipping, okay? No more. But the tip.
Announced that he was leaving the esports organization known as Method. This was someone who was fairly influential in the content creation sphere, and many were wondering what his next steps would be. Well, they wouldn't have to wonder that long, because a few months later, OTK, otherwise known as One True King, would be announced. It would be yet another network for content creators, more specifically streamers, and as you can see here, one of the founding members was about to be Mizkif, alongside other big and renowned streamers, with Tips Out being part of the leadership. They would make their official announcement on the 11th of October 2020.
Holy shit, they look like cultists. Very nice, very cool. Look at them.
With the founding members being Esfand, Tips Out, Asmongold, Rich Campbell, and Mizkif. This was of course a very big deal, okay? This new org featured some very big content creators, one of them being Mizkif, someone who had been growing exponentially for the last few years and seemed to only want more. And as Mizkif was embarking on this very new and exciting chapter in his life, he would put an end.
Would it be incredibly rude to gift Asfand a hairbrush for Christmas? I feel like he would need it. There are like very pretty hairbrushes. I could brush his hair. I have this urge to brush his hair. Is that weird? I saw him at TwitchCon. I could have been like, Mr. Asfand, I really, really respect you, but may I brush your hair? Please.
To a previous one, seemingly out of nowhere.
May I?
On September 15th, 2021, he would make a tweet saying,
I just realized I'm such a stupid ass. This is the corner reference. They were about to gangbang NMP. Oh my god. I was so distracted by the seduction of Asfand's hair that I didn't see that they are about to give the tip and the kiff to NMP. Holy shit. Yeah. Look at him. He's so excited.
Seemingly out of nowhere.
Sorry.
On September 15th, 2021, he would make a tweet.
Oh no, there goes the tweet longer. Hell nah.
From me and Maya, read. Linking the tweet along.
No.
He'd say, we want you guys to know that Maya and I have decided to break up. We both want to be very clear that there was no event, no cheating, no drama that led to this decision. We mutually decided that this is what's best for both of us in our current lives. We both care about each other so much and are still friends. We're supporting each other through this, and we ask that you all do the same for us both. We're going to take a couple of weeks off of...
If you know the profile picture, you're going... Once your life will perish, you're not going to heaven. I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, gentlemen, that we will meet in the afterlife in one of the circles of hell. Okay? We will do a meeting. We will team up. It will be all right.
Streaming to process and to take care of ourselves.
That's
Thank you for
fine.
supporting us through these past 2 years. We can both say that they've been some of the best years of our lives, and we're super grateful. See you in a few weeks, Ms. and Maya. So for you to truly understand just how big this relationship was in the content creation world, some of the biggest streamers on the entire planet would be commenting words of support here, and this tweet would receive a ridiculous amount of engagement. This was a few months after celebrating their 2nd anniversary, and it really did seem like it came out of absolute...
I see Maya found a better cock. Understandable. And Mizkif found a better pussy? There is no fucking way this wasn't on purpose. This must be on fucking purpose. Look at it. Mizkif is holding a new pussycat and Maya is holding a new cock. Yeah. Of course. I love it. Beautiful.
Nowhere. You'd see people commenting things like this. Normally, I don't give a fuck about people's relationships, but this one hit different. Tens of thousands of people were there to witness these two getting closer to each other and eventually, well, making it official, and now it was over. But things were moving fairly quickly because as Maya was moving out, Mizkif would announce that Emiru, not even a month after the breakup, would be moving in. You see, Mizkif had a house at this point, he had multiple content creators living there, and Emiru was also about to be a part of this. She was well known at the time, she had her own audience, and the reasoning for this happening was that Emiru lived in Kansas and had a bunch of stalkers that threatened her life. Mizkif would so gracefully extend his hand out for her to come live with.
Oh no, a beautiful gamer girl who is also streaming wants to live with me. Oh no, that's so terrible. Oh no. That's so, oh no.
With him in the same house as him and his streamer friends, and she said yes, making her feel the safest she's ever felt.
Yes.
A few months later, on January 3rd, 2022, she would join OTK as a founding member as well. This would blow her viewership up to the stratosphere, okay?
Holy
she'd be averaging
shit.
2,000 viewers, and by the time she would join OTK, she'd be averaging 16,000. Shortly after that, Soda Poppin' would join the organization too, one of Twitch's OG streamers. OTK was now the place to be. Everyone dreamt of joining this org. Everyone who joined it would have their viewership triple, quadruple. I mean, this was insane. For Mizkif though, OTK would...
This was the V-Shoujo and the hololive of like normie streamers.
Allow him to conduct bigger and better streams, in which he would yet again put Ice Poseidon's philosophy at work and use others for content. He would collaborate with so many different streamers in one of his series that he made with OTK, which was Schooled. In this show, Mizkif would ask a bunch of streamers questions that should normally be answered by a high schooler to see whether they were smart enough or not. Schooled would only be one of those events, of course. They would have sports days, tournaments.
Bro, Hungarian flag in the back? Let's go! We are represented, boys! Look at that! We're over there! Let's go!
I mean, this org was absolutely on fire. It single-handedly made many content creators want to move to Austin, Texas, where all these streamers lived, so that they can be a part of these events. The name OTK was all of a sudden synonymous with growth, with clout, with money. And Mizkif, as a co-founder, was of course at the absolute center. Everyone wanted a piece of him and his community. Everyone wanted a piece of OTK. There was no one who wouldn't collab with him, no one who wouldn't be open to doing something with him. One could say that by this point, Mizkif had truly made it.
Dude, do you remember when Pokemon tried to be a VTuber, but she commissioned like the cheapest, sort of dullest model ever known to mankind? I still remember the backlash she got. Oh, it was so bad.
He was really at a point where he could call himself the top 1% of the top 1%. This was all, of course, reflected in his viewership.
She did? Yeah, you missed it. Because she like debuted with it and she got such a hard backlash that I don't think she used it more than just like a handful of times.
In 2020, he would find immense success in the coming years. By 2021, he was averaging 40,000 viewers. This would stay consistent up until 2022. When the very method that he had used to attain this fame, this idea of using others for content, would fatally bite him in the ass. At the time, many people didn't know this, but this was truly the beginning.
69,000 maximum viewers. Holy shit.
Of the end. Trainwrecks TV is a streamer that's been streaming for almost a decade now. He rose to prominence on Twitch and eventually became a co-founder of Kick.com. Now look, he's always been a well-renowned streamer who would always collaborate with some of the top streamers in Austin, but his big break would truly be in 2021, when he would stream gambling and slot machines on Twitch. But slot machines have always been a category on Twitch for
Love
a very
slots.
long time. What made Trainwreck so special, though, is that he was gambling obscene amounts of money. To a typical gambling streamer, $10 per spin on a slot machine was considered a lot of money, right? They were wagering a lot. Trainwreck was over here max betting $1,000 per spin and making it look like it was nothing. When a slot machine would hit, he'd be winning hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars live on stream. This made many other streamers want to gamble and take advantage of this new popularity.
Bro, if I would be gambling, I know that I would just be able to lose my entire life savings in like an hour. I have the shittiest luck ever known to mankind. That's why I don't do any gambling, no lottery, no scratch, whatever. No. Nope, simply no. Do you remember the CSGO loot boxes? Yeah, but is there no like pity in the CSGO loot boxes? I don't think... Is there pity built into these machines? I feel like that's just a gotcha thing. I don't think they care about it. It's like, get tracked, nerd.
As well as rake in the money that these gambling websites were offering. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for just a few streams per year. These streams were getting out of control, and there was big concern over who was watching them and how many were being influenced to gamble, something that can very easily ruin your life.
I still say... I think we should just eat the kids. You can eat the kids. Oh my god, it was on my birthday, October 18th. Look at it. We should just eat all the kids and then you can stream whatever you want because it's not your responsibility to adult the adults. How about that? And we can bring back the Korean streamers who were dancing so beautifully. I remember.
After a year of extreme success for Trainwrecks when it came to gambling streams, Twitch would come in on October 18th, 2022 and prohibit most forms of gambling, specifically the ones that Trainwrecks was operating with. This is what would eventually prompt him to reach out to the founder of the casino he played on and create Kick.com with him. Now, do you remember Slicker, the Twitch streamer who scammed $200,000 out of multiple streamers for gambling? Well, this was in 2022, a month before Twitch had outlawed gambling on its website. As this was happening, many streamers were kind of pointing the finger at Trainwrecks and other streamers that streamed gambling, indirectly blaming them for creating people like Slicker. On September 19th, 2022, Asmongold would tweet, "How in the fuck is Slicker not banned on Twitch? Guy literally uses the platform to defraud dozens of people, streamers and viewers alike, and admits it. JDon is still sitting a perma while Slicker gets to go live and laugh about actual crime. It's an absolute disgrace at Twitch." Trainwrecks would reply to this tweet, saying, "Because your pals decided it was in their best interest to use and platform the very person that scammed everyone for his horse racing and tennis bets to somehow twist it and wager their war against me. And we both know deep down why the insecure little man is doing this." So to Trainwrecks, this whole thing was just a way for people to wage war on him and his success that he found with gambling streams. When Mizkif would see that tweet from Trainwrecks, he would attempt to do what he's always done: farm engagement out of a serious situation. He'd reply to Trainwrecks saying, "If we're going to deplatform people for scamming others, shouldn't we have banned you for Joltcoin a few years back?" This is in reference to a coin that Trainwrecks had peddled on his stream years ago. I think it was...
Ah, God, I wish I would have been born to be a scammer. I could be a millionaire by now. I could have made like a Coom coin, a Goon coin, and just get the boys with some like nice rock pool, a little bit of sprinkle of NFT in it, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of scammers, a little bit of gambling, a little bit of something delicious. Never too late, millionaire or in prison. I wanna be a millionaire if that's okay. Yeah, just a tiny bit of gambling, a tiny bit of no prison. Yeah, a little bit of pump and dump. Like, didn't the girl, you know, the what was it? The stupid blonde woman who, the Hawk-Tuah girl. The Hawk-Tuah girl literally did like an NFT coin and then she disappeared. That's it. And like, no one talks about it. And she probably has like a buttload of money and then she disappeared and she's rich now. And it's just like, oh no. Anyways. Yeah, she did the podcast, but I think she already stopped that.
Counts as prison smug.
No, I don't want the Coom jail.
Around 2017, that ended up going absolutely bust. If you invested in it, you most likely lost your money.
She's in jail now. No way. I don't believe you. People don't do accountability over there.
Would of course later delete his reply, but not before Trainwrecks would reply first. And this would be an absolute bombshell that no one was ever expecting. He'd say, "Are you going to send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did those girls to cover up all those sexual assaults, you fucking scumbag piece of shit? You want
Whoa. He did not hold back. Holy shit.
to come at me and make shit up? Then you better be sure you don't live in a glass house, you insecure pussy."
Ooh, wow. Damn. Holy cannoli on the macaroni. He whipped it out. He absolutely whipped it out. Jesus.
Now, of course, this was ridiculous. This was insane. This was never heard of before. Where did this come from? Railroad?
Damn.
Blackmail? Girls? Sexual assaults? Plural?
Pussies?
Whoa, this got serious real quick. People already forgot about Slicker. This was over, right? This had ended in a couple of days. Now it was about Mizkif and Trainwrecks.
Holy
What's
shit.
going on? Barely a day after Trainwrecks had made that bombshell accusation, a streamer by the name of Adriana Lee would go live, saying that back in January of 2020, right? Bear in mind, we're in September 2022 at this point, she had gone to a party in Mizkif's house, got blacked out drunk, and one of Mizkif's roommates, Crazy Slick, would attempt to do this weird CPR maneuver where it seemed like he was just making an excuse to touch her chest.
Oh. That's just kind of sad, bro. If you have to wait for a girl to be blackout drunk just so that you can go up and hee ha ha do CPR, that's kind of just depressing. Holy shit.
You see, according to Adriana, she wanted to go live with a twit longer in 2021, explaining her point of view. This is when Maya would be sent to her house to see the twit longer and allegedly ask her to not include the word sexual assault in there because it didn't happen. Adriana would post that twit longer in 2021 and would say that she's been suffering the consequences ever since, being blacklisted out of every party, an event in Austin, and having very vicious rumors being spread about her so that even her friends were forced to separate from her. During her stream in 2022, she showed us Mizkif's reaction to her twit longer in 2021, and it was him completely downplaying it. Watch.
She's a
What you can
druid.
deem of it, it's sexual harassment, whatever. At a low scale, it's not really a big deal.
It's just a sprinkle of sexual harassment. It's not a big deal. I can't believe he just said that. It's not a big deal. It was just a tiny. It's just a sprinkle. Okay, it's fine. It was there as like a side dish. It wasn't even the main course. It's all right.
I don't think people really gave a shit
Ew.
and really cared. I'm gonna turn this off if you're gonna be.
Bro, this. What he's basically saying that the big deal didn't even happen. Therefore, it's uninteresting. Wow. Okay. At least we know where his heart is. Yeah, just a dash of essay.
I'll just turn it off.
This clip obviously added a lot of fuel to the fire. It seemed like he didn't care, it seemed like it was indeed kind of a cover-up, and it seemed like Trainwrecks wasn't exaggerating. On the same day, September 20th, 2022, Adriana would make a thread of people Slick has been weird to / harassed / assaulted because people had reached out to her to share their story as well. And in these DMs, we could see Slick being an absolute creep to many women, like this one. This one really stood out compared to others, because it was him essentially just talking to himself, with the woman in question saying, "You're so sad, oh my god, move on bro, take your horniness elsewhere," and him saying, "I'm not horny, I'm just in love with you, please marry me," to which
I'm just in love with you. Your voice. You're so beautiful. Everything about you. Your art. Oh my god, marry me. You're so amazing. Vizao, thank you so much for talking to me. The fact that you use energy to type to me means so much. I love you so much. We will be married one day. Bro! Never be. No. I'm not sure he's creepy. He's just incredibly embarrassing. It's like, it gives me like secondhand embarrassment, and I can feel myself try to cover up my eyes so I don't have to look at it. Because it's just like, it's like a yikes. This is what I would call a yikes the JPEG.
she would say, "How many times do I have to reject you to drill the idea into your fucking head?" And he would just keep on going. What made this worse is that he was doing this consistently to up-and-coming streamers, to people
Bro, he was saying the same shit to everyone, hoping that it will stick eventually. It's like, they said that there's so much fish in the water. Surely, if I will creep on at least 100 girls, then at least 5 will not think that I'm weird.
People who were growing, who
Has
hadn't
to
quite
work.
gotten to
You remember what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again? Someone might want to illuminate this gentleman that maybe switching to a different strategy could be a little bit, better, maybe? Maybe? No?
the famous level yet, knowing full well that they might
Bro, this ain't simping. This is just... I don't even know what the right word is.
be interested in him because he lives with Mizkif, the guy behind OTK. The streamer FanFan, for example, was one of the people that Slick was being very
FanFan.
weird to. And I mean, look at this. The guy was like, if we ever meet, you're done. She'd be like, what, on site? And he'd say, you're getting bent over immediately. I mean, it was so awkward,
Oh,
so
damn.
weird. She was clearly uncomfortable, but in her own words, she didn't
Wait, so this is a girl? This fan person? Pussy, if we meet you then on site, you're getting bent over immediately. Your hair is getting pulled so hard you're choke slammed while I thrust you from behind. Bro was writing a fucking TikTok smut in DMs. Look at you, you should write a fanfic. Oh my god, I literally said it. W, this literotica shit. I'm telling you. My boy. He really needs to write a book and release it on Amazon.
bent over immediately. I mean, it was so awkward, so weird. She was clearly uncomfortable, but in her
You can choke slam from behind. What is this continuity error? Zyron actually, he adjusted his glasses. Actually, you cannot choke slam from behind. This is inaccurate. What in the AI writing is this?
own words, she didn't want to offend a
But
well-known streamer, right? She
Abortion!
tried to keep it civil. Because according to other streamers, for example, if he would ask for nudes and they wouldn't send them, they'd just get blocked. They'd get blacklisted from parties, from events, and they would probably have rumors spread about them. It wasn't fun. Now Maya, who had long broken up with Mizkif by now, right? It's been over a year, would be forced to respond to this, saying that she didn't pressure Adriana to cover up the assault. She just wanted to make sure that it wasn't as serious as she was making it out to be, making sure that it wasn't sexual assault, while apologizing for injecting herself, admitting that maybe there was this unseen power dynamic, seeing that she was a bigger content creator than Adriana, which might have pressured Adriana into not being as honest as she wanted to. This would make her want to step away from online platforms indefinitely, and that would last for quite a while. But this was only the beginning, right? Mizkif's world was truly starting to fall apart around him. Asmongold, one of the co-founders of OTK and one of the bigger streamers on the platform, would say that he's furious and that he would vow to cut Mizkif loose if he failed to act on Slick's accusations, if he failed to kick him out, if he failed to disavow him.
I have a feeling that they're not that close friends anymore.
Very shortly afterwards, and I mean, everything I'm talking about right now has happened in like less than a week, right? Like literally in the span of a few days, OTK would suspend him, announcing an internal investigation over these accusations. And if that wasn't enough, Ice Poseidon would come in, make a tweet, and say, Mizkif.
I brought you into this world. I have squeezed you out of my womb, Mizkif. I can end you.
I brought you into this world, and now I'm
Jesus.
taking you out. This post got so much engagement. It's sitting at over 87,000.
Oh, door blocks. Yo, there is an N-word in the car. Yo, I need you back. Never mind fix. Yo, if you ever need to talk or anything, just DM me and I will answer. Do you think Mizkif enjoys being Donowald? Because he had done similar thing to Emiru, just like talking to her for months and months and never getting an answer. And even here, he's like writing for days.
Likes, and it shows DMs with Mizkif
Can
on
we
Twitter,
talk,
in
can
which
we?
during the RV stream too,
I love
you can very
you.
clearly see Mizkif use things like the N-word hard R, the F slur, I mean pretty much anything cancelable imaginable, right? Now why did Ice do this? Was it the fact that his career was dying at this point and wanted more relevancy? Was it jealousy? Was it a mix of both?
It's petty. Why not?
Who knows? But even though some people were very outraged at this,
I can't wait for Scoot to learn about the legend that is Miss Jones. Oh god.
some others were saying
Oh,
things like,
no.
you letting this slide for years says a lot about you as well. But don't worry, because this roller coaster was far from ending. Crazy Slick would then go quote unquote missing after he had sent goodbye messages to friends, and they would in the same day find him. Barely a couple days after Adriana had come out with her story, Mizkif would make a statement saying, hey guys, To update everyone, we found Crazy Slick. He has not harmed himself. After hearing from Adriana and the numerous other women who have shared their experiences with him, it's clear that he is not the person he made himself out to be. In terms of his living situation, Slick has been told to vacate our house as soon as possible. He would then apologize for the things he said on his alt stream, right, where he was saying, he was downplaying. He was like, you know, sexual harassment, but I don't think anyone cares. And then he'd reiterate that he was open about his past. His messages from 2018 happened, he acknowledges them, but he can't change what he said, and he knows that he's changed as a person. He would then apologize to everyone, his viewers, OTK, the staff, the partners, and would announce the fact that OTK was hiring a third party to investigate all this to make sure that he wasn't complicit. Now look, this could have ended here. Most dramas would have ended here. Just wait for the investigation and see what it comes up with and move on. But Adriana had other plans. She would keep going live and talk about this, and her statements would then become conflicting. She'd state things like she didn't know that it was sexual assault until recently, and was
What? Wait, what? So a guy touches your boob while you're sort of passed out, you don't know that that's no bueno?
told by her friends who were still conscious.
Wait, oh, so she didn't know that she was touched and it was just the friends? But if they have friends, why would the friends allow that? Those are shit friends then, what the fuck? Like, I would just dick slam anyone who dares to touch my girls, what the fuck?
At the time that Slick only touched her wrist and neck, not her chest.
Bro, you touch a singular hair on my head while I'm asleep, and I'm going to do horrible things to your butthole, okay? I am off topic. No touchy while I'm asleep. What the fuck?
She would collaborate with other streamers such as Hassan Piker. She would of course keep streaming, and at some point she'd call a friend, and the friend would admit that this was never assault. So the story was becoming very convoluted.
So did someone touch her boob or not touch her boob, or... But where is the boob?
Very contradictory. People didn't really know what to believe. I mean, listen to this yourself.
It's kind of a whole fucked up situation, and I don't think people are taking it. It's not like it was a full blown assault. But when you're touching someone who's incapacitated and their friends are asking you to leave the room on top of you, already trying to kiss people.
So it wasn't a full blown assault.
It was just a sprinkle of essay. I don't know how I feel about that. It wasn't a full blown one. Like,
He was touching her while she was unconscious, but she was told it was only...
It depends. Like, listen, if she's asleep and someone touches her wrist or her neck to check a pulse because she's like, oh, is she breathing? I don't think that's an assault. If someone tries to, like, very obviously grope your titty just as a facade for CPR, that's assault.
Only her wrist and her neck.
Not her heart. Do not check.
The whole chest part was
The
only added
lady's
later.
heart.
So look, Slick was definitely very guilty. We had proof of messages of him being very creepy towards up-and-coming content creators. That's unacceptable. But there were questions surrounding Adriana's involvement as well as Trainwrecks. Trainwrecks would come on multiple streams. He would stream himself. He would invite other streamers such as XQC. And he would constantly reiterate that the only reason he talked about this was because victims reached out to him and were too scared to move forward with this. He would really push the narrative that no, this wasn't just Crazy Slick. This was Mizkif. He knew what was happening. He was covering it up and he had a hand in this. It seemed like he was never going
A hand in what?
to be satisfied until Mizkif's career completely imploded. Adriana would yet again keep going live, saying she hasn't changed her story. She calls out people trying to discredit her, all while talking to Keemstar, right? Not someone you really want to side with you when it comes to drama. The comments on Livestream Fail were getting tired of her, saying everyone agrees Slick is a creep, but she should probably just stop talking. Or Maya apologized and Miz is waiting for the investigation to show him clean. What does this chick want? Slick is gone. So to many, it appeared like
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if something happened to her, that's pretty shit. But I don't know, why do you keep talking about it when you literally weren't awake? Like, it's hard to tell what happened to you when you were unconscious.
she was just trying to milk this at this point. At some point, Ludwig would make a video on this on his Mogul Mail channel. It would get 3 million views, and seeing that Ludwig has many people who watch him that are not familiar with Twitch drama, it would make many people aware of this whole cover-up situation, right? He didn't really cover this favorably for Mizkif. This was yet another blow to Mizkif's reputation. Not only did people on Twitch now understand that this was going on, but normies who have yet to discover him also were aware, oh, this guy's a big sex pest. Now yes, a few months later, on January 2nd, 2023, he would get reinstated in OTK once the third-party investigation would conclude that he didn't have a hand in this, right?
Wait, but so this entire thing, it was that Mizkif had a creepy friend who may or may not have touched anyone, and Miz was just saying that he didn't know, and that's why he was suspended from OTK? Because, or did he do something? He helped to cover it up.
He was not complicit.
But he
truly was
did
lied
not
to,
do
and he had no
anything.
idea. But to Adriana, this wasn't enough. A few months later, on April 9th, 2023, she would announce that she was not just suing Mizkif, but she was also suing OTK, the entire organization, for defamation, seeking over $2 million in damages.
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. For $2 million, you guys can touch my tit. Okay, just straight up. You can even squeeze one each. 2 mil, let's go. I'm fine with this.
She would refer to Crazy Slick in the lawsuit as immensely popular. In reality, though, the guy barely had any viewers, right? He was just Mizkif's friend. That's why he was living with him, and that's the only clout he had. He was also not a member of OTK and not associated with the org in any way, so it definitely felt weird. That entire controversy changed Mizkif forever. In his own words, it broke him. It made him never want to trust anyone again. It really made him feel like everyone around him was trying to use him. And as you can see from his viewership, after this controversy, he would never be able to recover the fame, the numbers that he once had.
I mean, he still had 20K. Like, I'm not going to shed tears for that. Oh no. Instead of 38, now it's only 20K. Oh no, that's so sad.
Prior to that Trainwreck's tweet. What was interesting, though, in all this is that one of the people who came out to defend Mizkif directly was none other than Emiru. As this was all happening in September 2022, she would say, "No way Mizkif knew," specifying, "You guys know I've lived with Miz for 10 months and I've hung out with him every day since I got here. The Miz that I know would never know the full story and just let that happen. There's just no way that he knew. I'm sorry, that's just not the person that I know." As she was fighting back tears, about to cry, she'd also say, "He has always been there for me whenever something horrible happened to me without even having to ask." This is what would lead us to the next part of the story. People would notice that Mizkif and Emiru not only just shared a close friendship, there was something there. There was something happening.
You don't see it, but Mizkif is actually under this pile of plushies and he's watching, making sure that her views are not higher than his. He's taking notes.
But they just couldn't really put their finger on it until they received a clue. What would follow would be years of conspiracy theories that would be proven right in the end.
I don't think she was covering it up. Like, it's entirely possible that she was just so smitten with him that she was like, in no way that he would do that. You know, it's like, he's not like that. My boy, he's such a good boy. He would never.
This post on the subreddit Streamers was made on November 2022. The title, "Emiru and Mizkif are obviously dating. Why do people pretend they are not?" What wouldn't help is that a streamer by the name of Justin Minx would say that Emiru stole Mizkif from his ex-girlfriend, Maya, even going as far as saying a hoe is a hoe. Minx at the time was someone who always hung around other streamers that were very well renowned in Austin. So her saying this carried a lot of weight. It added even more fuel to the conspiracies. But then in May of 2023, the gloves would fully come off. Emiru would accidentally open a file in which she was compiling a bunch of DMs she was receiving from Mizkif. These DMs were fairly aggressive, and it was him complaining about how
I will never understand how are streamers so fucking brave to actually capture their not like the entire desktop instead of a window. Like, what if you pull up something personal, like a selfie, a bank document, or literally anything? Like, I don't even have anything, but I have some, like, NSFW pictures, you know? And I'm like, if I pulled it up, even just for a second, I will be sent to the Shadow Realm for an entire week. Haha! It's content. OBS can just break randomly too? No. I mean, it does not break that randomly. I'm sorry. No.
How she acts on stream, complaining about her behavior and the people she was appealing to. This was like Christmas Day arriving early for 4chan. For
Right?
months, OTK4chan was saying that they were dating. They had a lot of suspicions with these streamers' behaviors, how they'd show up on their streams, their eye contact, etc. But this right here was real, tangible proof. Around this time, the YouTube
I'm reading. Okay. You literally lift your legs like a cheerleader multiple times. Stick a bottle between your legs and you play with it. Hello? What? Hello? Form those parasocial people by doing this content in the first place. After claiming to me you don't want these weirdos and you hate this community and hate the just chatting community. I genuinely don't think of these things like sexual when I'm doing it, especially since I'm wearing pajama pants, but I will stop. Okay, lol. I do dislike having to always make content for those types of viewers, but I thought this was something that would be easy and low effort. Go to sleep on stream. Clearly, that's not one we talked about. Or is bad to do. Yes. He is a bit controlling, not going to lie.
Bo Blacks would upload this video titled Sharing These Mizkif Emiru DM Leaks Will Get You Banned, in which we can see these images that she leaked on her stream in very bad quality, and people of course enhanced them. Here are some examples of what Mizkif was berating her with. You literally lift your legs like a cheerleader.
Oh, I read it up, sorry. I'm sorry, Mujin, I'm taking your job.
Content in the first place after claiming to me you don't want these weirdos. Not a friend who just invited you to live with him because you were worried about stalkers. This is when the
Wait. I missed out on this one.
Not a friend who just invited you to live with him because you were worried about stalkers.
What?
Community. To many, this just sounded like an over-controlling boyfriend, not a friend who just invited you to live with him because you were worried about stalkers. This is when the conspiracy
The turntable. Who would have guessed that perhaps there was something, perhaps.
theorists would truly get to work. Going back through old streams and seeing Emiru clearly have a change in behavior after interacting with Mizkif. For example, during the stream in which Mizkif was berating her for having a glass bottle in between her legs, she'd look at his message.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have a dirty fucking thought. I thought that Emiru was like balancing on one leg, her other leg up in the air, and just having like a bottle in between, like somewhere in her vagina. I thought that's what he was talking about. Not like she's sitting and she literally holds one because she's reaching for something. This is it? This is what you have? I'm sorry. I do have a dirty thought. I thought it was so much fucking worse. I didn't think that this is it. Like, come on. Really? Just like it's not even, it's in her lap. You give Miss too much credit. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. This ain't it.
Messages on her phone, leave for 45 minutes, and when she would come back, she would just cry. At some point, Emiru in another streamer's chat that was a friend of hers would say, I got a black eye a week or two ago and it's finally almost gone. Now, these conspiracy theorists were already doubting that this was because of Mizkif being abusive towards her, but they had no idea how the black eye actually looked. But thanks to Emiru leaking it on accident, since she had it open as a window and was alt tabbing so people could see it for like a split second, they were able to see it. Her excuse was that she ran into a wall, but the conspiracy theorists had a very hard time believing that.
I mean, a wall is flat, so you would hit your nose faster? I don't think a wall can give you a black eye. It has corner. Then she would have said that I walked into a corner. You need to say doorknob, but the doorknob is not eye level. I don't know, man. I don't know. If she know how to lie, you fall into it. I don't know.
They were blaming Mizkif. What didn't help was that when it came to the people talking about this on Twitter, Mizkif would make an effort to block them, further making himself look bad. And I mean, look, this might seem obvious now that we know that, oh, Mizkif did this to Emiru, she made her stream talking about him, he's a weird guy. But back then, it was hard to actually convince the majority of people that this was reality. There were quite a few people that still managed to dislike this video. This was seen as nothing more than conspiracy slop, something that belongs on 4chan and just simply isn't reality. Because guess what? In the meantime, Mizkif and Emiru were farming content together, both growing and using each other for views.
Oh my god, that wasn't a hard pin. Oh no, it was a paper thingy. I thought that it was like a fucking rolling pin. Just straight to that man's face. It's just like, bam!
Time, Mizkif and Emiru were farming content together, both of them.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I realized that this is not Mizkif. If it would have been him, it would have been the rolling pin, but it's alright.
Growing and using each other for
I
views.
see it now.
They'd react to things together, they'd collab together, and of course, all while hiding the fact that they were in a relationship. People would make clips of them, would farm views, would post them on Reddit, on YouTube. I mean, anytime there was any interaction of them flirting or being...
Bro, you have no idea how jealous I am that she has like snuffy posters up. I'm just like, it's your baby! It's your baby!
friendly to each other, people were starting to ship them. This was no
And she has the shy lily one too. Ah!
surprise, as they had done so with both Maya and Mizkif in the past. This clip
Sag,
of both of them
Maj.
playing Mario, right, has
Look at that whore. She has pajamas and it has slices of pizzas on it. Don't you feel like she's too sexual? Holy shit.
over 300 million views. I wish I was joking, dude. 300 million. Even after a
Too
huge
sexual.
cataclysmic scandal, Mizkif was able to keep a good chunk of his career. He had done what he had always done before, but this time while keeping his relationship a secret. Except, just like with Maya, this wouldn't last too long, and he would yet again find himself alone with nothing more than his community and his channel to comfort him.
You know, the craziest thing to me is that all I see is that Mizkif is not kind and not loving and not anything. And personally, okay, I don't want to bash on him, but personally, I do not find him attractive. There is something about his face that I do not personally like. And he gets these beautiful, kind, and intelligent women just like, oh, I love you so much. And then he fumbles them one after the other. And I'm just like, ah.
On May 31st, 2024, Emiru would state on her stream
Women love assholes. Sad.
that she needs to get out of Mizkif's house. She'd say, there's a lot of different reasons, but I just feel like I need to get out of this house. You know, I like living here, but there's a lot of stuff that I haven't told you guys over the years. She'd specified that it had nothing to do
The kif is chasing me. I open my eyes, and next to my pillow, there is a kif waiting for me.
with drama, and most people assumed like, oh, this was her stalker that she's been dealing with for years. In fact, she had multiple stalkers. Maybe that had to do with that. On July 24th, 2024, she would finally move out, but
Mizkif is the kind of person who I would imagine to do a prank like Emiru falls asleep and he walks up to her to fart in her face and just like laugh at it and say that like, oh, you can't take a joke. That's how I feel like his sense of humor is. And you cannot change my mind.
what people noticed was that she moved out all by herself. Mizkif wasn't following her, he was staying in the old house. Mizkif would make excuses for this, saying that this was because he was moving to a different state. He wanted to move to Los Angeles and leave Texas entirely. To the conspiracy theorists, though, it seemed
was
like, no,
frustrating.
they were actually breaking up. This was over. And he further confirmed this by running the hell away as far as possible. In the beginning of 2025, he would, quote-unquote, escape Austin, Texas, and would go live in Japan, spending a very long time there, streaming, making content, and overall, it seemed like he was running
Ah. Oh, he has a frog tattoo. He's wearing pink undies. Oh man. You know, I'm starting to learn something. And that's not even revolutionary. But what I'm learning is that as long as you're famous enough, you will always have hot women around you. Like, I don't know who that other person is, but look at her. She's fucking beautiful. You don't even have to be like an Elon Musk. You can just be like a whatever streamer, and you will always have hot women everywhere.
away from his past life. Of course, this trip wouldn't be without controversy. He
Oh,
would
I
do
remember
pull-ups on a
this.
cherry blossom tree, which would get him in trouble with Japan. Since
I remember because there was this big titty Japanese girl who was like scolding him. That I don't know her name, I just remember that the cleavage was big.
they're seen as sacred, but he would end up apologizing and we'd move on from that. Mizkif was just
Yeah,
being
Carl.
Mizkif, right? Regardless, he'd get past it fairly quickly. I mean, it was nothing compared to the stuff he's been in the past. And afterwards, he would finalize his move to LA, saying that it's been the best time he's had in a long time, he's been loving the people he's met, and that he's
To be fair, I'm gonna give it to him. Like, I see why he got scolded for the tree thing, but I really don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, how many of us, like, as kids, just, like, went up to trees and just fucking tried to climb it? Right? It's like, you don't think about it that, oh, that's something that the Japanese is very, very proud of. So he was just being a dumbass. It's not like he pulled, like, a Paul brother or something. Yeah, but he's basically a toddler.
He's very happy about his decision. This came just as it was announced that he actually won the court case versus Adriana. Her
Hooray!
defamation case was thrown out by the judge, deeming it not worth a lawsuit, like this was just invalid. That's probably because...
Now
Okay.
imagine you're a man.
Yeah.
You realize that men who have money and clout have women tripping over themselves to get to them, even when they're reputably a dick.
Yeah. Tough life. Oh, to be a successful man and have all the beautiful women drape over me. Oh no.
she decided to sue him for defamation. I don't know whose idea it was. A lawsuit about defamation in Texas is like unwinnable and it had nothing to do with her being sexually harassed. But whatever. To him, he was in
Japan, cherry blossom trees are sacred over there. A huge part of Japanese culture.
Yeah, but you have to understand that he's American and he's a streamer. He's not going to do his fucking homework, right? It's like when people go up to those Shinto gates or whatnot and they like try to do pull-ups. It's not that they are trying to be bad, but they are just like brain-dead idiots, right? They just simply don't think. So it's not malice. They are just so brain-dead that they don't think about the consequences.
Innocent, and this was proof. And you know, not much would change. Even while living in Los Angeles, he would still farm clips like he always has. Like this one right here, in which
That's why they need to be jailed. Like, okay, what that guy did, the Johnny Somali guys, is I think that's very different because that guy was literally doing anything and everything to get into trouble. Like he was harassing people, he was disrespecting the mural of the little statues that they had. Yeah, he was an annoying prick, and I hope he never sees the sunlight.
he jumps into a pool and pretends like he drowned, right? Like, hilarious. At the end of May 2025, he'd make an official video saying goodbye to Austin, Texas. The fact that he's moved to Los Angeles, the fact that this was going to be a new chapter in his life. And this would actually...
Oh my god, that person is very muscular and he doesn't have very long shorts. Holy shit. Wow. He's a big boy. Knut! Is that Knut? He's a big boy. I saw that he does like, you know, workout streams and whatnot. Holy shit. His nips are ready.
be his attempt at completely rebranding himself, reinventing what Mizkif even means. His content would shift from being this video game-centric stream to more finance.
Willful ignorance should 100% be treated as malice. Also...
I'm thinking about it, but where do you know where is willful ignorance and where is just pure unadulterated stupidity? I don't think, like, if someone is a retard and they don't think and they do something and they are like, oh, my bad, I didn't mean to, I'm just literally stupid. I don't think it should be on the same level when people do it on purpose. I don't think so.
For example, in June 2024, he would bid for a broken Lamborghini so that he can fix it. Watch.
Nice Lamborghini. Winning. Hooray!
We won!
Is that good? Did he want it? Is it good? It's very expensive.
He'd end up bidding $125,000 for a broken Lamborghini, and his goal was to repair it and make content out of it, seeing that others have done so and gotten millions of views. He would then go on a rebranding tour, right? Going on podcasts with other content creators, talking about how he was canceled, how he almost ended it all, how he was made to be a villain, how he was the victim, and how now he won the lawsuit.
Does he know how to fix a car? Question, because I'm sorry, he's already moved on into like, oh yeah, whatever, and he's just like, he just spent 130,000 on a broken car. Like, what the fuck?
and he's right here, ready to start over again. One of the podcasts he went to was the Iced Coffee Hour, hosted by two content creators who were very finance content focused. Here he'd explain many different things. How he was canceled, how it broke his mind forever, how he will never be the same person he used to be in the past, how he's a multimillionaire, how he's shifting towards more.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me that there are like these absolutely normal people. It's just like you and me. And they start out with World of Warcraft and they are just suddenly like, boom, actually, I'm a multi-millionaire. I have estates. I have multiple houses and Lamborghinis and whatnot.
Finance-focused content because his audience has been growing up with him, and how nothing really interested him as much as entertaining people, right? It wasn't about the money for him. It was truly about just being the most entertaining possible, reaching the most amount of people.
Should I start streaming? Do it. Do it, bitch. Tell me, if you become a millionaire, you owe me 10% because the idea came from me.
As this rebranding tour was happening, Ludwig would admit live on stream that the video he made about Mizkif's drama with Adriana Lee wasn't really that good. In fact, it was false and it caused severe damage, something that he regrets. He would specify that he had apologized to Mizkif and tried to include him in his events, but Mizkif was still hurt and didn't like him, not wanting to really reciprocate. To Mizkif, this was perfect. I mean, he was on his rebranding tour, he won the lawsuit, he moved to Los Angeles, he had introduced himself to new communities through podcasts, he was changing his content format. Seeing Ludwig apologize now was the perfect timing. On October 24th, 2025, Mizkif would make a response video saying, look, Ludwig as well as Trainwrecks tried to ruin my life. They did inconceivable damage to my reputation, and even though I won the lawsuit, everywhere you go on other platforms, you can still see people calling me a sexual harasser, someone who protected like a weird sex pest, and he blames Ludwig's video for most of this damage because he actually reached a big normie audience. He would end this by saying that, hey, if you watched me and stopped watching me because of that incident in 2022, I ask that you give me a second chance. However, even though his rebranding was going perfectly well to the majority of people, to the conspiracy theorists,
ooh, Maya and Amir did a collab? Bro, if I would be Mizkif, seeing that my ex-girlfriend is going online for a collab with my other ex-girlfriend, I think my balls would be sweaty. I would be just like, wow, I'm feeling anxious. That may or may not be good for me on long term.
who knew that he was dating Emiru, and that knew that her moving out without him meant that they broke up, they found it oddly suspicious how in the
like even if hypothetically they don't say literally anything online, you know that these two were gossiping. You know that they discussed literally everything.
beginning of 2025, as he was in Japan, both Emiru and Maya interacted for the first time on stream and actually collabed. You know, it doesn't take a conspiracy theorist to understand this. If two of your exes met up together, it's probably not because they still like you. At the same time, people started noticing other things about Mizkif that were very interesting. On the subreddit OTV and Friends Rumors, someone would post, "What is up with Pokey and Mizkif?" on October 11th, 2025. They were wondering, why has Mizkif moved to Los Angeles where Pokimane lives and they haven't collabed or interacted?
No. Pokey would not.
2 years, what a ride, square heart.
She would not. She wouldn't. No, man. She is rich. She doesn't need the kif. Right? No. Scoop Pokey is moving to New York after the kif got... No, she would not. She does not want the kif. No. Pokey, no. Bro, no. Yeah.
Once. Other comments would point out, how come he hasn't collabed with many other streamers that he usually collabed with that also live in LA? It seemed like he was being isolated. What didn't help is that on the 17th of October 2025, Emiru would talk about something that seemed to be her referencing Mizkif. Watch.
And sometimes there's things in your life or people in your life that...
Is she sitting on the toilet? Is it the toilet? What am I watching right now?
You know, maybe they're not good for you, and chat, sometimes maybe you have to make those choices to take those people out of your life so you can make room for the people that are right for your life.
You know, the saddest thing about this, that obviously Emiru is not going to be 100% how she's on stream, But I think she's pretty fucking close. Like, don't at me, but she doesn't seem like the kind of person who puts like a facade on. And she looks so fucking adorable. And to fumble a girl like that, I don't know, man. I don't want to be like that, but she seems actually legit rather adorable. It's such a disgusting ad. Like, I would be on my deathbed and still think about it that I fumbled.
You know, and I also think it's important to never give up.
Like, she's funny, she's adorable, she's cute, she's puntable. You could just pick her up, put her onto the fridge, and she will like beg you to let her down. She's... What the fuck? How could you fumble that? Literally. And if you decide to have kids, they are gonna be fucking adorable because she's gorgeous. Yeah?
This whole year, I've taken a couple breaks, but
So there she was, breaking down on an RV trip with friends, talking about cutting out people from her life, talking about how the last year in particular was very hard on her. This RV trip was actually on the way to TwitchCon, and Emiru truly couldn't catch a break because at TwitchCon she got assaulted by a random stalker. It was overall an absolute disaster. But let's take a step back for a minute. You know that clip where she's crying in the RV? This was actually downvoted to oblivion. It has 0 upvotes. And the comments were very divided. Some people would say, glad we are back to the usual parasocial streamer drama posts. And someone would reply with, you know things are going well for Mizkif when there's a random post that gets posted to stir hate for him. This is maybe the 4th this week. So see, this kind of person was seeing this as a direct attack on Mizkif for no reason because of weird conspiracy theorists. Someone else on the other hand said, damn, just say Mizkif already. But for the most part, this was really seen as some sort of weird conspiracy theorist pushing a narrative that was so out of proportion to what's actually happening that they should probably be admitted to a mental institution. However, as you may already know, people like this, as well as the many people on 4chan and other gossip forums that have been talking about Emiru and Mizkif for years now, were so damn vindicated on October 25th, 2025, when Emiru would out of nowhere make a stream that would put the final nail in the coffin when it came to Mizkif's entire
Is it the one we watched?
On October 25th,
Oh yeah,
Emiru
that's the
would
one
go
we
live
watched.
on her channel.
I'm sorry, irrelevant. Do you think that she cleans under the plushies? Do you think she ever takes all of them down to like get the dust out? Or do you think it's like literally like dead animals and bugs and whatever in there? Once a year? Because she probably has a maid. Yeah, but does the maid clean over there? Because there's no dust there. Oh, that's where you're wrong, buddy. The dust is always everywhere.
With a stream titled Talking About Some Things. In it, for the first time, publicly, she would reveal to us that yes, she was indeed in a relationship with Mizkif. She then...
You think the bugs are dead? Yeah, I I guarantee you, as someone who looked in between the crack between my window and my shelf, I guarantee you that they are dead.
Read a carefully prepared statement from a notepad in which she would detail to us just how horrendous the years with Mizkif truly were, detailing the things he's done to her, the things he's done to others, and how much of a terrible person he truly was. As she was streaming, she would also remove him as a mod in her channel. And I kid you not,
Good.
I mean, look, I live streamed as soon as it was happening because it was such a big deal. That night, I opened Livestream Fail and I saw the entire front page.
Emiru, Mizkif, Emiru. Bro, it's just them. It's only them. There was literally nothing else. Not even a sneaky clip from anything else.
Just full of
Holy
clips
shit.
from her stream. It's not even an exaggeration. You can see it for yourself.
Only
Here's how she
drama.
would start off her statement.
Clip.
Watch.
Today I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my
So yeah, that was already one hell of a way to start off her statement, right? But this entire 2-hour stream would be bombshell after bombshell after bombshell.
And he didn't even whip out the demo mode. That's why I'm most disappointed about that. Mizkif said that, oh yeah, I have receipts. I'm going to start leaking information in the next few days, and we will see. And blah 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 blah. You know, and he didn't do anything. Yeah, all he had is like a random picture of the bunny cage, which was either hers or not. We don't fucking know. We didn't even see bunnies. It was just a cage.
She'd show us the ridiculous amount of texts she would keep receiving from Mizkif even after separating from him.
Demon mode is still charging.
Asking, can you please answer my phone? Writing these immensely long
please reply
paragraphs
to
about
me.
how he regrets everything, about how he wants to spend the rest of his
please.
life with her. And this would be on multiple platforms.
I love you.
On text messages, on Discord, on
please.
Instagram. The guy was relentless.
Can we talk,
She had
Abby?
more than
Abby,
14
please.
screenshots of him trying to pursue her on multiple platforms after she had expressed she didn't want anything to do with him anymore. And one of those messages would even be like a straight up poem. Additionally, the guy was absolutely crazy
Hello.
when it came to view count and numbers, something that everyone had already known about, but didn't truly understand just how screwed it truly was. Watch.
Me. He's saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it.
It's still so
I had
petty.
higher viewership than him, and like I said,
Imagine being a successful streamer, dating another successful streamer.
Imagine having 30k viewers and you still feel like that. Like, hypothetically, let's say that you're a streamer and you're dating a streamer and she's doing really well and you guys are doing really well, but like she's a little bit ahead. Like, bitch, I would be like, you know what, mommy, you wanna earn the money? I'm fine. I will be your housewife or husband. Okay? Emiru mommy, feel free. I will be there in a maid outfit. I will bring you coffee, hot chocolate, whatever. Go, my queen. Slay. You know? You go get the gold. I will just be here. You know? It's so stupid.
Right? And going up to her and saying, hey, you know, I want to end it all because unfortunately you have more views than me. It's like, come on, man. Like, what are you...
You forgot one thing. What's the one thing? I don't know. He's a small man with an ego. That's why, you know, that's why I don't understand. If someone is so insecure that you have been streaming, let's be honest, Mizkif is probably a millionaire, right? He doesn't seem like that he has to calculate whether he can afford eggs this month or not. He's very, like, he's already set. Like, he would probably not even have to work anything and he would be fine. And you still care about this? About this petty bullshit? That's just, like, embarrassing.
Doing? Get a grip. But the other thing she had to say wouldn't be funny at all. In fact, they were very serious. You know, she'd expressed to us that their breakup wasn't as straightforward, right? They kind of lingered a little bit since she was taking a little while to move out of the house. At some point, she was crying about something. He sat next to her to comfort her. He hugged her. And she claims that as he was hugging her, as she was still crying, he would put his hand in her pants.
I know it's sad and everything and disgusting, but it's such a fumble. You go over there, your beautiful girl is sobbing, and you think it's peak romance that your next step is literally to take a scoop at her vagina? Like, you know how there are these moments when boys hesitate, right? Like, oh, should you lean in for a kiss? You don't know. Is this allowed? Is this not allowed? And sometimes, like, you stumble because you don't get the consent, or you don't know if the consent is consent. Like, I understand that like, oh, maybe you thought that she wants to kiss you, and then it's like, no, you misunderstood. But how the fuck do you push your hand down onto someone's pants and then be surprised that, oh, hold up, she does not want that? Like, I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous. And like, yeah, like, first of all, crying is a sign, okay? But like, let's say that you're still a retard and you're still trying your luck. Like, maybe the tears will get her to get you lucky. Like, why would you not like do something like you put your hand onto her thigh and you see if that's all right? And if that's all right, you maybe move a little bit. Why would you immediately go down to the pen? Like, that's so freaky. It's so scary, man. Like, he went from 0 to a fucking 1,000. Like, there are so many ways to try to fish for consent without actually asking that, hey, is it all right? Like, you can just be subtle and not a fucking brick in the face. Like, lucky that he didn't just like do like look at her and just like unzip and just like look at his own dick. Like, I mean, it's not going to suck itself. I mean, you gotta do something. Like, it's basically the same thing. You know, it's fucking creepy. Who does that? It's so weird.
Really good
it's not Riz. It's like how like fucking virgins imagine getting sex. It's like, okay, I comforted female, I gave exactly 5 head pats and 3 kisses. Now I am getting laid. I have paid for this. Yep.
I mean, Mizkif, truly. I mean, yeah, that's the first instinct you should have as a guy when a woman's crying. She would push him away from her, and he'd get up. He'd say, oh, I feel like I've done something really wrong, and I'm gonna leave now. And he just left. She'd also claim that...
And also, he didn't say sorry. That's the most baffling thing to me. He wasn't like, oh shit, I am so sorry. I misunderstood. He was just like, you're making me really uncomfortable, Emmy. And he left. Like, oh. Fucking asshole.
He was a very dangerous driver, very unstable. But how once
Yeah, he didn't say sorry. He only said sorry like much later.
he drove 150 miles per hour, telling her that they were both gonna die because another streamer had a collab with Mr. Beast and he didn't. I mean, seriously. He is such a loser, bro. But again, it got even more serious when she would reveal the real reason behind her black eye.
Also, hot take. If you broke up with someone and you're trying to comfort someone, if you really want to try to win them back, maybe don't try to sex them immediately, but try to like build up the romance. You know, maybe to get that relationship thing going again. Like, hey, do you want to cuddle, watch a movie, maybe have a snack and just like, you know, fall asleep next to each other and just like, oh, you feel safe now. I'm here, baby girl. I will protect you. You know, not just like a fist down the hole and just like, do you feel it, Emmy? The kiff has arrived. You know? Jesus Christ. Sex right now!
He'd say that he would throw plastic bottles at her that still had water in them, so they were heavy, as well as his phone at her, which eventually would cause her black eye that lasted for 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, think about it, right? For a phone to hit your face and give you a black eye, it must have been one hell of a throw. That by itself, without mentioning anything else during her stream, is enough cause for immediate concern. That's textbook abuse right there. Additionally, she would reveal to us just how little he thought of other people in Austin.
I respect her. Because if someone would hit me in the face with a phone or any other object, the next item that will fly will be from my direction and it will be heavier. You know, and I don't care. I personally do not care.
He treated them
if you die, you die. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Terribly, how he belittled them, how if they couldn't contribute more view count to his stream, they were human garbage to him. Even if they were nice to him, he didn't care. She would recount a story in which someone was very nice to him, was very sweet, and he would shit-talk him behind his back, which really alarmed Emiru. There was so much aggression towards someone who was nothing but nice, and there was no explanation as to why he would be angry at him other than the fact that he couldn't contribute anything to his view count. Finally, she'd end her stream by saying that she is filing a restraining order on Mizkif in both Los Angeles and Texas, adding that one of the main reasons why she decided to make this stream was because at TwitchCon 2025, yes, the same convention.
There's no way that he will win these ones. Like because he's suing her, right? I think I saw like a video of him like dancing in front of a court or something. He's definitely suing someone. I think he might even sue OTK.
In which she was assaulted by a stalker, Mizkif went up to her staff and told them that if she were to say anything about him, he would destroy her. How would he destroy her, you ask? Well, she explained very clearly what he would say. Watch.
Multiple people have told me that his plan was
the
to
rabbit.
claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably gonna come as quite a shock to him.
I'm telling you, he's right there under the Kirby pile. They never clean it. There's like a little trapdoor, and he just like sneaks in. And he's just like right here. If you would zoom in, you would be able to see the eyes just like peeping out.
That this information made its way back to me, and that I've known for months.
And finally, truly, the last thing she would say here is that she says she predicts that after the statement that she had made, Mizkif would try and sue her. Watch for yourself.
And I also wanted to say that I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for the stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit. It'd be interesting if that happened, and I wouldn't be opposed to people finding out more of the truth and things that I didn't even talk about today, and what else.
I can guarantee you that Osmongold only wants one thing, for it to be public so he can stream it. He's just like cheering in the background with those little cheerleader pom-poms. It's like, yes, let it happen. It's content.
He's been lying about, and I'm sure there's also plenty of things that even I don't know about. And yeah, there's more things that I didn't even talk about today, but I'm hoping that now that I have this out, this is the last time I ever have to talk about it.
So yeah, not only did she come out with one hell of a statement, truly something that shook the entire streaming community to its core, because everyone's heard of Mizkif, everyone's heard of OTK, but she was also out here telling us his next steps. She knew everything. And just like any online drama, when it rains, it pours. And it didn't really take that long for it to start pouring like a goddamn tsunami. Very shortly afterwards, OTK would put out a statement saying OTK fully supports its co-owner and sister Emiru, and we stand by her side and admire her strength in coming forward and sharing her story. While Mizkif was one of the several founders of OTK, the organization terminated its relationship with him some time ago for reasons unrelated to the recent events, and he holds no stake in OTK or any of our other companies. Out of respect for those who have come forward, we will let their voices speak above ours. And speaking of voices, they all started to pour in. A streamer would say, for years, on my Twitch stream, I had stated I had one bad experience with one Twitch streamer within my 9 years of streaming, and they're finally being exposed for being a terrible human.
I love the meme under it. This person. Give it back. Get in there and make it about you. That's such a thing. Have you guys noticed there's always this wave, like once someone calls out someone, there is always like 10 plus other people who suddenly says that, oh yeah, 10 years ago this person actually made me fall and bash my head. And it's just like randomly, just like pile and more and more and more and more. Yeah, it's like if it was really that bad, why did you not say it before? Why is it only safe to say it now?
Terrible human. Another streamer would say, having been in this industry for years now, I've been exposed to many creeps. Sometimes when they are larger creators, I've been scared to say anything because I fear will negatively impact my career.
Like, I don't doubt it that sometimes people are scared to speak up because they are like big fucking creators. But, and hear me out, it's not that I don't believe them. I would just say to be cautious with the clout chasers. Because recently, it's a very fucking big trend on the internet that literal who's come out of the shed to say that this person did this and this and this just to pile and get pity points. And just be like, I am the victim. So I'm not talking about these people. I'm talking in general.
Last weekend at a TwitchCon after party, Mizkif came up to me to say hi, but just grabbed the top half of my face. My friend was in disbelief.
What did he do? Grab the top half of my... Grab the... How? What? Grab the top half of my face? How does that work? How... Like with an open palm? Like a basketball? Like he just basketballed her face or something?
And told me I should say something as that was super disrespectful, but I've always been scared of offending people and I chalked it up to him being weird. Thank you, Emiru, for bravely speaking out.
Jesus.
And I can't even imagine the horror she has gone through this year. It sucks that sometimes we can't express our discomfort because we fear it negatively affecting our livelihoods. So yeah, you know, he just walked by and instead of saying hi, he just grabs the top half of someone's face. I think this is what happens when you reach such a crazy...
I swear to God, these people are way too polite. Someone greets me like that. Am I violent? No, it's the other people who are wrong.
Crazy fame level that you start seeing people as genuine NPCs, as objects, as people that don't really matter, like they don't exist. Now look, at this point...
No, but listen, if like, let's say hypothetically, you walk up to someone and they do this weird basketball thing to your face, then automatically you have the right to do similar things to that person. So if my knee happens to go towards your crotch, because I want you to let go of my face, it's not my fault, okay? You started it, buddy.
I'm not really surprised when it comes to streamers and content creators being outed as weirdos. Unfortunately, you've come to expect these things. But still, as someone who actually does cover these things, well, for a living at this point, I still managed to get shocked at one thing in particular, though. Reckful was one of the OG Twitch streamers, right? He was the pioneer, the inventor, pretty much, of text-to-speech donations, for example. Tragically, in the summer of 2020, he jumped out of a balcony and, well, left this planet.
Aww, poor dude.
For many streamers and content creators, this is a very...
It always makes me so sad when successful people try to and like decide to end themselves, because it's like, if those people who seemingly have everything find no reason to live, then what can us mortals do? You know, it's just like, fuck, man. Like, you were supposed to be the one who is happy. You were supposed to be the one I look up to.
Sensitive topic, as he was a very nice guy who clearly...
Money can't... Okay, don't come at me with this money can't buy happiness bullshit, okay? Because money can't buy happiness, but it can buy you food and safety and shelter and comfort and heating and whatever. It can. Okay, bitch. I'm not gonna fight you. That's someone... No, it's not a woman take. It's someone who wasn't raised with luxury take. Okay? Like, shut the fuck up. Running vote... You know what? If money can't buy you happiness, then wire your money to me. For me, it can buy happiness, okay? Do you know how many lamps I could buy? Do you know how many things I could buy? I promise to be very, very, very happy after it, okay? If it's so sad and it doesn't buy happiness, okay? Gib, right now. I will make so many. I will open a doggy shelter and I will pet many, many good boys. And that will also bring me happiness. I can be very creative. Okay? It's okay. I will save you from this burden. It is fine. Things don't make you happy, give it to me. I'm right here. Just send it to me. Give me your things if those things don't make you happy. I promise I will be happy with them. Deal? Deal.
Beta virgin materialism chaser versus the Chaddy material enlightenment max.
Okay, alright. You just say that because you're poor and British. He's just coping. He's on his incel arc and he's coping. That's fine. Is this communism? Not yet. Money can't buy you happiness. It can, however, rent in. Yeah.
Had mental problems.
Listen. Thank you, Kikaya! Hear me out. I'm going to blow your mind in all way possible. Just because you have money, it doesn't mean that you cannot also have other things. Like, you can still fall in love. You can have your family. You can have whatever. It's just you can do it more comfortably. If you can't see that money helps you to be happy, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, like, oh, you're worried about your parents? You can support them financially. Oh, your brother got hit by a car because he was playing Pokemon Go and has the IQ of 0.5? Oh, now you can pay for his surgery. Hooray! You know? I didn't know you can buy things with money. Yeah. Does she love me or my money? Oh, okay. Well... Okay, to be fair, you don't have to be rich to worry about that. Like, the gold digger females are digging even where there isn't gold. So, that's... I'm gonna be honest with you, it's just... It sucks to be you, dudes. Like, finding an honest girl who loves you for you... Sorry, buddy. Like, that's not because of the richness, but also just whatever. She doesn't love me, she only loves my bunny. Then date a guy instead. It's fine. Mux seems very happy. I mean, do we know how he... Listen, I am not going to shed tears for millionaires and billionaires that, oh no, their soul is in boohoo. Get yourself a therapist or 5. Like, literally, you guys are telling me that I should feel bad for people who don't even have to work and they can buy literally anything and everything because they are sad about whatever? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have my empathy developed that hard.
Problems. As the controversy with Mizkif was happening,
Eating the rich, I don't want to eat the rich. They probably taste bad. It's probably full of common cocaine. And a bunch of cocaine. Holy shit.
someone would uncover a clip of Rekful from a long time ago in which he would call out Mizkif for being a bad friend that only cares about clout. Watch.
Comfort and chasing dopamine is a crutch that depends you from being satisfied with life and chasing the things that matter. Well, I mean, you know that there are rich people who don't do that. Like, the guy who played in American Psycho, like, he lives in a very, very fucking normal life, for example. Christian Bale, I believe. Like, just like, be a rich person who is not a retard. Like, comment and the cocaine, yes. So what but does benefit the money give him? I'm not going to argue with someone who lives in poverty. I'm sorry that you have to sit next to the McDonald's Wi-Fi to be able to moderate this chat. I am not. What do you mean? What kind of... Are we really arguing why money is good? You can buy a house. You can have a good insurance that when like a hooker give you an STD, then you don't have to think about it whether you can afford lunch or you want to treat your sloppy dick. How about that? Oh my god, you guys are so stupid.
I feel knowing there are some people who like you because you are famous. It fucking sucks. See, I know for a fact that me going live right now raises the chance that Mizkif doesn't ignore my texts and hang out with me.
The name drop is fucking crazy though. Holy shit. It's so crazy. Rude, my dick is not sloppy, yeah? Yeah, money helps a lot. I do understand that relationships are fucking hard when you're rich. But hear me out. Do you think that relationships are easier if you're dirt poor? In 2025? I don't know, like back in the days when you went to war and then you kind of met a cute girl and then you got married and pooped out 3 kids and you got like $10 a month salary and you still could afford a nice house and a car and everything, then it was fine. But now, if you're poor, then you have to worry that she's going to leave you for someone who isn't poor. Like, you can't win. I'm gonna be honest with you. Relationships just suck in general. Like, trusting other people in this day and age just sucks ass. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor or in between. It's just really, really fucking hard to trust people. And meet someone who actually likes you for you and not because you have this, and this or that.
By like fucking 69,420%, you know? It's fucking actually nuts.
Now this sucked, but it wasn't what truly shocked me. It was this tweet from the content creator Arya Saki, who was a close friend of Byron, otherwise known as Rekful. She started this off from a quote from Mizkif in 2025.
The dispute isn't that money is not good. Money should be the vehicle to happiness, but not the car itself.
Well, yeah, of course. Of course. Sure, I don't disagree. I don't mean like, if hypothetically you are given $1 million right now, cash, straight into your lap in a big, comically big bag. I'm not saying that all of your problem will dissolve, but some of them will. Like, it will be like, you will not have 100 problems, but you will only have 42 problems, you know? Most of mine will. Well, you know, I would be pretty happy though. Yeah. I know. It's just people are telling me that it's like money doesn't solve. I don't know, man. I understand, but think about it. We will wait a few years, and someone probably in China will invent a fuckable robot run by ChatGPT, and you will not have to worry anymore about a girl stepping out on you. And that can be solved with money. That's my biggest hear me out. Can I get the Japanese model? Sure.
Money makes life easier, but I like it hardcore.
Not nice. Listen, if you're a masochist, I respect that. I absolutely like go nuts. If you get on the highs of waking up at 5 a.m. and coming back home when it's dark and get like minimum wage, I respect it. But I personally, I'm not a morning person. If you're not happy when you're poor, you won't be happy when you're rich.
Right now we have robots run by a guy in a VR headset.
I don't agree with that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't agree with that. Like, my grandparents were really, really fucking poor, and it basically made my mother's childhood miserable because they were like, it was 7 people in basically 3 rooms. And if they would have had just a little bit more money, then everything would have been better. She could have gone to proper schooling and whatnot. I don't know, man. I don't know. But they had land in a house. What land? No, they were living in those commie buildings. You know, with like the shit rusty water. And like they were working in the glass factory. No, there was no land. Yeah, they were literally in like one of those like the Soviet Union commie blocks. I'm sorry. So yeah, so lower class. So try to tell someone who is like, oh, can I buy eggs? That hey, I could give you $500, but I know that you will not be happy. I know that you're daydreaming about eating 3 eggs for breakfast, but it's okay. You're happier with that, like, one every 3rd day. That's very fucking wild to me. I actually don't agree. Like, I'm not saying that you will reach nirvana, but I don't know. 3 meals a day? In 2025? You fatty. You greedy bastard.
Said, one of the reasons Byron killed himself was because he was jealous of me. She would then state that the reason why she had even reached out to Mizkif in 2025 was because she wanted to take him out to lunch for a serious talk. She was coordinating with Emmy and she wanted to play the middleman. She knew of his terrible treatment towards others and wanted to see if he truly felt remorse after all the controversy.
Wait, who is Byron?
I don't want ChatGPT sex robot.
Well, I do.
I want a ChatGPT robot with the personality of Billy Harrington who motivates me to be healthy and fit and loves me. I miss you, Billy.
Bro, okay, that turned very fucking wholesome, and I agree with you. I agree with you. That's fair. That is fair. So Byron is so this is a Mizkif quote. That's a very fucking wild thing to say. That, you know what? This describes Mizkif more than anything. Because his immediate first thought is that someone offed themselves just because of jealousy. Meanwhile, he's this jealous twat. Literally being jealous at anyone and everyone.
He's been through, if he's actually changed.
It's crazy.
But with that statement, she confirmed, no, actually, he was even worse than he used to be. Arya would specify that she knew Byron very well and that she spoke with him every single day leading up to when he left this planet.
Also, can I just say, to talk about someone who for whatever reason decided to take their own life in this manner is just so tasteless. Like, it doesn't fucking matter what happened to Byron or Rekful, right? To say that, oh yeah, he did it because he was jealous of me is such a disgusting ego fucking comment. Is actually embarrassing.
And not once did he mention Mizkif's name. Not even once. I mean, dude, this genuinely left me speechless. We're out here talking about the final nail in the coffin. Bro, there is no coffin anymore. It's been rendered to ashes. Like, what the hell is going on? But we weren't done yet. A producer who had worked for an OTK event that featured Mizkif would come out and talk about her experience with him. She'd say that others were more fit to host, but Mizkif insisted that he wanted to host himself. Okay, cool. Usually for an event on stage that's live, she has to present to you everything that's going to happen, where you can step, where you can't step, what to expect, what not to expect. But Mizkif kept telling her he was too busy, so she actually offered to come to him and explain. She did that and actually drove to his house. Now usually there will be rehearsals, there will be practice. He wouldn't show up to any of that. He'd only show up barely an hour before the event was meant to start, so she ran him through everything very quickly even though they were meant to rehearse.
What? A streamer picking up a bunch of responsibility and then not following through? Did you laugh? I laughed because I read your fucking comment. It's like we are discussing important things. You're writing about best dick sucking lips. You whore. You're ruining the mood.
And it was obvious he didn't really do that much of a good job. What she noticed though was that after the stream, he was feeling down. Everyone was around.
You're stupid. I was in the moment. I was listening, and he is just like, oh yeah, Mizkif has disc sucking lips. Mwah. And I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? What the
Is it
fuck?
literally just Emiru, Seer and his fan who don't have horrible accusations about them?
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. That's about to be jinxed.
Him, comforting him, and no one paid mind to the producer who tried to avoid this from happening. The guy wanted to always be at the center of the spotlight, but was unprofessional and disregarded everyone around him. That lines up with what Emiru said, and I mean...
That's true. Soda is too dumb to be cancelled.
There's another clip literally of him on stream admitting this, but people saw it as a
Pagkato! Thank you, Jimpa!
joke and then take it seriously. Watch for yourself.
I'm gonna come to my family reunion.
Only if I could take a picture and say pun with the family.
No, I know, I don't. I actually don't want you to go. It's because you're like a psychopath.
Ouch. This is casual banter. Imagine if she would actually wanna hurt.
Miz, when you're normal, even at parties, you stand around like this with a drink, and then you walk up to people and you're like, you know, I wouldn't talk to you if your viewership wasn't as high, you know.
Oh, bro. Bro. Yeah.
Like, that's literally what you do all the time. And you're ego asshole.
Because I don't take any of you seriously because you're not actually my friends.
Dude. You know, one day the fame will disappear and he will be left behind with no one to respect him or like him. All the leeches who are surrounding him because he has still clout, they will just go away. That's gonna be crazy.
No, I'm sorry. You know you're my friend.
He lifted his nose.
He lifted his nose? What does that mean? I wouldn't believe him. I would be like, I don't believe you.
And is Senna a real one? No. Okay, let's begin on this whole thing.
This clip is perfect to truly show you who Mizkif truly was, okay? He was in his natural...
Yeah, it almost feels like that he was accidentally too honest and then he tried to backpedal. He was like, oh yeah, it's because I don't care about you because you guys are not my real friend. And looks at her, sees that she's hurt, and it's like, no, but you are my friend, right? Like, not you, obviously, not you. Not you. Haha, it's a joke, unless...
habitat here. Whenever someone would bring up something serious, hell, even morbid. I mean, the fact that he saw everyone as objects, that no one was his friend.
Schrodinger's asshole. I'm gonna be honest with you, there isn't much Schrodinger about this. He just seems straight up like an asshole.
He would always manage to deflect and make it a farmable clip. I mean, if you posted this on social media or Reddit, it would get upvoted like crazy. Anytime someone would have criticism or become serious, he would always turn it around and people would say, oh, you know, that's just Mizkif being Mizkif, right? That's not actually how he behaves off stream, I'm sure. He's just doing this for the content. Everything was for the content. People would also find old clips of him admitting the fact that yes, he had a fear of his ex Maya surpassing him in viewership. Why?
That's so petty, man. Like, how insecure do you have to be terrified? Like, I get it. Like, it would, let's be honest. It's completely honest and human to be competitive and be like envious and be like, oh, shucks, like, you know, why is she getting bigger when I did this longer and whatnot? But to be so toxic about it and to be unable to progress emotionally?
For yourself.
I was terrified. I couldn't understand what was happening. My viewers were dropping, Maya's were only going up. And there was a part of me that thought that I was going to be smaller than her. And I don't know if it was my ego or what, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my ego or what.
Take it. I felt like shit. And I was on the phone with Austin, and then XQC, I somehow got on a call with him, and he talked to me for hours, making me feel better about it. And he did. And I genuinely, after talking to him, felt a lot better. And I don't think he even realizes what he did for me in that call, but he really did help me a lot. I was nonstop.
I wanna point out that this man was sitting on 21,647 subs. Right? Just for monthly. We are talking about, I don't know, like let's. Oh my god! Bleak! Oh my god! Holy shit! Thank you so much! Thank you so much! I almost got a heart attack! What the fuck? I was looking down into my calculator! Thank you so much, bro! You're crazy! Jesus Christ! I was putting things into my calculator. I was just like, what? I thought I accidentally pressed something. Thank you so much! I calculated this guy. So the Mizkif, roughly, by average, he made 55,000 just out of subs. So if you put like the sponsors, the YouTube, and whatever. So let's say that he earns at least 120k every single month. Just like that. I genuinely think that sub counter is fake. Nah, why would it be fake? You don't think so? That he would have this many people being sub to him? I don't know.
It's all I can think about is that she was beating me.
Because if you have high subs, it looks like he's more important. Nah. That's just the only reason why I'm in delusion about it, because it would be just like so embarrassing to have a fake number put up. That would be so embarrassing. His viewership was 20k. Maybe he gets a little gifted.
As a streamer, and I was gonna die.
Who knows?
But then he reminded me that women have a cap and men just grow as streamers, and that's pretty much just.
Do you hear what he's saying? The only reason why he felt better because women have a cap. He's basically saying that women will become obsolete and like redundant after a certain level.
He basically has only grow stakes.
Bro, let's get glass ceiling there. Ah!
So felt a lot better after that. I really did.
I think that's very fucking sad that he only feels better if he knows that, I don't know, like, he will be above people, I guess, or he can pull people down. Like, living with such a...
waves, hearts, plubbers.
Thank you, Kailana! Jesus Christ, you scared me. Now my earbuds are so fucking loud. Holy cannoli. Skip, holy fuck, you're so insecure. He's a millionaire. Why is he insecure? I don't get it.
So thank you to XUC.
Right, so as ridiculous as this statement was,
It's
the
so
chat was full of
weird.
hearts. Okay.
It's because he's short. Bro, he literally dated goddesses. Who the fuck cares?
Everyone was there to support him. Everyone was like, "Aw, like he was insecure and now he's over it." How did he get over it? Women have a cap. Men to the moon, baby.
I do like a little sparkle of misogyny. I do like it. It's just like a little sprinkle. Just a dash of misogyny that always makes me feel a little bit better too.
I mean, he wouldn't just talk about this behind Maya's back. He would say it to her face during a stream. Look at this.
I'm sorry. I think Maya is beautiful, but can I just say I'm so happy that this haircut went out of fashion. There was a year where every fucking celebrity cut their hair into this length and I felt like screaming. Literally every girl in Hollywood had this. It was so... yeah, I'm not talking about her. I'm just talking about the haircut in general. Like, I just... No. I'm sorry. Only Halle Berry looks good with it. That's true. She can... That's true.
I succeed.
No, okay. I used no. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you, chat. I used to legitimately get fucking pissed because
To be
I'm
fair
like,
to Mizkif, he's on the upper end of emotionally healthy for a man that is from New Jersey. Their state color is pollution, and their state animal is depression.
Is New Jersey that bad? As I'm painfully European. I do not know.
Are you fucking serious?
Is it?
I brought this bitch into the world, and now all of a sudden she's...
The fucking ego. Bro, he's just so punchable. Like, I brought this bitch. Look at her face. I think they were still dating here, and he says that I brought this bitch into the world. Look at her. That poor girl. What the hell?
fucking growing faster than I was. 'Cause
That's
I was going
crazy.
like this, and she was going like this. And I'm like, what the hell is this crap?
You know, like, you look at her, and this is not for stream. She's just like, you motherfucker. She's so tired of everything.
What is going on here? It's the fucking Babsity effect. So I was pissed. I'm like,
the fact
you were such a pussy.
The fact that you can say that and feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it
It
bad?
is.
That, and guess what? I don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore.
Yeah, but it's still bad. Just because you don't care about it, it doesn't mean it's not bad. Her response is so real. It's too calm. Listen, this guy was blessed with two beautiful, gorgeous women with the patience of a saint. I would like to nominate a good, solid Eastern European woman to date Mizkif next and see how quickly he will disappear with mysterious circumstances. Yeah. I think that would be really good.
And I stopped caring.
He's okay as long as I never have more viewers than him. If I ever surpassed him in viewership, which will never happen.
Oh, she'd be done. I'd pull the plug.
Bro, the fact that he says this out, like this would be a joke. Like, this would be unironically funny if this would be a joke, but this is not a joke. He's just like, oh yeah, if you do that, I will fuck you up.
He could not
Get him a Latina. Let's be real. He does not deserve a Latina.
He'd pull the plug, guys. Did that mean he would end the relationship, or would that mean that he would cut the internet router, which he had done before, by the way? At some point,
Wait, he had? I almost fucking spit my coffee back into the mug. What the fuck?
it surpassed him in viewership, and her stream went offline. Yes, he was that petty. Also, I want to point out how he said that he had brought her into this world. Mizkif truly felt this way, right? He actually felt that he brought her into this world, so he was owed that he...
That's fucking crazy. Oh my god. Listen. I'm willing. Listen, I will go and I will jump at him. I will be like a fucking little face hugger and I will end this man, okay? I am empathetic enough to get angry at other people's behalf. I'm willing, okay? I will go at a fist fight. I can take it.
Stayed bigger than her, and yet no
It's
one
fine.
saw the red flags here either. It was just Mizkif being Mizkif. It was just for the content, guys. It was just for the clips. Anyway, other streamers would mince no words. Like Asmongold, he'd just straight up say, fuck off, have some dignity, and retire. He was over this. He'd also say that he's known about this for 6 months. Emiru, Sina, and Valkyrie, right? Some of the biggest female content creators would reach out to him, ask him for advice. And he wouldn't say anything because he didn't want this to come out without Emiru's consent. He'd end this by saying that he regrets ever platforming Mizkif and giving him any sort of viewers. Another Austin streamer by the name of Kyuko would also come out with her side of the story regarding...
You know, the saddest thing is that he already reached the top, right? And all you have to do is just not be a pathetic piece of shit. Like, he's self-sabotaging. Like, sure, maybe his girlfriends would be bigger, But like, is it worth it to go through all this, like dragging your name through the dirt, to go through the court and everything? It's literally stabbing yourself in the balls.
Mizkif, saying that during their first hookup, she was so drunk she couldn't even keep her eyes open. She was initially supposed to crash on the couch, but somehow ended up in Mizkif's bed. He would then have his way with her, and she was too dizzy to care, and then she'd say that he coached her to say that it was consensual afterwards, to the point where he was so sweet to her that they ended up even having a consensual fling. When that fling ended, she would notice that terrible rumors would start to spread about her. People would hear that she was manipulative, bad, awful. Mizkif would go as far as telling others that she... God, how do I say this without being demonetized? He'd say that she would produce lines of ketchup from her arms with a sharp object while having sex. Yes, I really hope that's clear enough. Then when she got in a relationship with Lucari, he would still constantly shit-talk her and spread rumors about her. So that's how it worked in Austin, right? Everyone was trying to make it as a content creator there, and at the top of the food chain, you had the OTK boy.
What the fuck? What?
Rumors could make or break all your collaborations, all your invites to parties, and no one would bother messaging you to verify. Austin in general was a hellhole, okay? It was like Game of Thrones. As this was all happening, a clip would resurface that was posted recently. I mean, this was in 2025, of the two streamers, Yugi and Arki, teasing Mizkif about Emiru being happy without him, right? Implying that they were in a relationship, even though this wasn't public yet. Mizkif's reactions were definitely interesting, to say the least. Watch for yourself.
Dude, you know one of my favorite collabs was Emiru, bro. Oh my god, Emiru was so cool. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Dude, everyone was like so cool.
Bro, look at his face. He's so mad. He has that like weird psychopathic smile about him.
Bro, I didn't think Emerald was gonna tap in with us. That's the thing, because we were with...
He's like just a breath away from punching them. He's like, these motherfuckers, I wanna punch them. And they are just like trolling him. They know, and they are just like, oh yeah, man, Emmy is so cool. She's so happy. She's so adorable. Oh yeah, they absolutely must have known everything.
And Bonnie, but it's just the thing that Emerald, when she popped
So
up, I was
cool.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Emerald was like, I'm not gonna lie, everyone's been so cool so far, except for like, I feel like there has to be like a chance, or like,
Look at his face, dude. He wants to punch them so bad.
But definitely, like, Emerald was definitely probably one of the best.
You think that phases me at all?
You think that phases me at all? Also runs away. Like,
what do you mean?
What do you mean? That, like,
What?
none of this, like, I don't even understand.
I would like to remind you when he was sniffling and I'm so gay. Look so gay. All I can see is that goddamn woman who shat on Johnny Depp's bed. He literally took acting lessons from Amber Heard. You think this phases me? My dog stabbed on a bee?
Bro, you can't hurt me. There's nothing you can do.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about anything.
We collabed with Santa Bonnie and Emerald the other day.
That's great. That's fine. Enjoy yourselves, brothers.
The guy's face is, brothers? I don't think so. I ain't no your brother. But this guy is just like, whatever you say. You are definitely totally not phased.
Oh, bro, are you okay? Are you good?
Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. I just gotta go to the bathroom. Like,
are you good? Yeah, I just really need to piss right now. But yeah, of course I'm good. What?
give me a minute.
Dude,
I'm fine.
it's okay.
I know it's okay.
Dude, wait, what's wrong?
Are we in therapy or something, bro?
Wait,
This
what
is
did I
fine.
say?
You said nothing.
Bro, look at the. I'm sorry. Let me show you the fucking vein on his neck. Can you tell that he's okay? He's absolutely perfectly fine. He's a-okay.
You said you did a collab. That's cool. It's fine. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I told you there's no issue.
You used to live with Emerald, and then all of a sudden you wanted to use Emerald to become bigger, and you...
That's the look of a man who is a-okay. He's definitely fine. He doesn't have a crazy face. He's not about to punch anything in the bathroom. It's okay. He's okay.
So then you...
Look at his face. face, dude. He is about to murder them in broad daylight.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and everyone's been like having way more fun and doing way more cooler things.
What even are you spitting?
Dude, everyone used to always be in a room. Now she's like going IRL and having fun and doing a lot of cooler stuff.
Bruh.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
Dude, I don't know these two other creators, but I immediately love them. They are such gorgeous, beautiful trolls. And I am so happy for this clip to exist. Jesus Christ. The Arky and Yugi, like they are chef kiss. Mwah.
You would have brought down the vibes with Emery.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Facts.
Wait, Emery was actually having so much more fun. Like she's IRL, she was grilling, doing all.
He was triggered beyond belief, dude. It was insane. Looking back at this now, it's even crazier. Now look, at this point, the entire world was on fire, right? That's how it felt like. People, including myself, were wondering, okay, when is Mizkif going to respond? Is he going to need a day, a couple days, hell, a week? Is he going to disappear? What's going on here? To many people's surprise, a few hours after Emiru's stream, he would go live himself.
You just have to remember that Emiru was also an abuser because she threw plushies. It's okay that he threw his phone and water bottles and whatever at her, but plushies also hurt.
The stream would last around 40 minutes, and it would be an absolute disaster, okay? It was very obvious that he very quickly kind of came up with a statement, didn't really rehearse, didn't really ask anyone's opinion, and just went with it. He would confirm the majority of the things that Emir was saying. The fact that he controlled her, told her to dress older, stop wearing pajamas, prevented her from traveling without him or going out with certain people, pretty much confirming.
He's such a retard. Like, if I would be him, I would be too scared to look in the mirror because I would see the failure that I am. Like, all I see is a failure when I look at him. All I see is a small man with so much insecurity that he keeps screwing up literally everything.
That he was a very controlling and crazy boyfriend. He'd say things like, oh, you know, the reason why she got a black eye was because I threw my phone at the bed and it bounced back. It wasn't me throwing the phone at her. But hey, she was also abusive too because she threw plushies at him.
Why would you even say that?
You can hit me with your plushies, Asku. You woo. Mods, time me out for 27 seconds, please.
I'm not even joking, he said that with a straight face. He'd said that the first year was wonderful with her, they kept everything secret, he had a dog.
My favorite part was where he described that actually he did not want Amy, and Amy was like chasing after him, and that he would have never married her. And meanwhile, we literally got like a bunch of DMs where he's like, Amy, I really love you. I want you to be the mother of my children. Amy, we gotta get married. Amy, I was wrong. I thought I wanted to live, but I can't live without you. Amy, but also in this video. No, I would never. My brother told me that you cannot marry this woman because she killed the rabbits.
Door on his door, and that's how Emiru was able to go into his room while keeping it a secret from his other roommates. And just as Emiru had predicted, right, like word for word, he would show a video of how Emiru's rabbit cages looked, right?
It's like, where are the rabbits? Like, what if this was just like, oh, a bunch of rabbits just decided to take a shit and then there was just like nothing? Like, where are the rabbits? If there would be rabbits, I would believe you, but like, where are they?
That she was abusing them and that they died because of her lack of care. He'd say that she had too many, she couldn't take care of all of them, and she was directly responsible for them dying. Look, I can tell you right now, having watched all this stream live, this was maybe the only notable...
I can't believe that rabbits really poop like the Nesquik cereal. What did the creators mean by that? It's a Nesquik cereal, chocolate bowl, and the mascot is a bunny promoting the cereal.
Thing he had against Emiru, okay? I mean, the whole thing was a disaster. He still had alerts on. Someone was donating 7777 as he was saying very serious things.
Rabbits eat their own poop in winter, by the way. Remind me to be grateful for not being born to be a rabbit later.
He'd make a couple jokes here and there, just like Mizkif always would, trying to deflect, but this time it wouldn't work. And yeah, before I forget, when it came to that story where he sexually assaulted her, he wouldn't say that they were hugging as she was crying. He said that they were cuddling, and he thought that this was where it was headed. It was an honest mistake. Yes, him slipping his hand in her pants.
I'm still baffled about that. Like, listen, I'm not peak romance, but like sliding your hand
coming
straight
back
there.
at plushies throwing. How would you describe ballistic properties of your plushies?
Yeah?
Are they suitable to be thrown at individuals like Ms?
No, please. Don't make my beautiful plushies touch that man. Please don't.
It was an honest mistake. Anyway, seeing that the whole rabbit thing was the only dirt he truly had on Emiru, one of her friends of over 10 years would come out with his own statement saying that no, she doesn't abuse her animals. In fact, what happened was that this cage in particular was left behind because she was moving out to a new...
Wait, oh my god, I'm so retarded. Emiru is... Her name is Emily? It makes so much sense and it never clicked for me. It makes so much sense, but I never thought about it. Don't then teach me. How am I supposed to know?
House alone and took her bunnies with her.
That's like saying that just because my name is Skew, my real name is Squirrel. It's not. It's actually Squadron.
Already. He'd of course talk about how dirty rabbits are, about how often they poop, about how they poop up to 200 to 300 pellets per day, and that it doesn't smell. He'd argue that the rabbits that did indeed...
Bro, that rabbit in the back is high as fuck.
...die had bad genetics. It was simply unlucky. He'd show us a picture of the new cage in her house and would indicate that everything's normal there. She wouldn't let it get that dirty while her rabbits are in it. Finally, he'd mention how Mizkif would refer to them as rabbits, but he doesn't even know any of their names, not a single one, saying that to him this was nothing more than opportunity and he actually didn't really know anything about them. And just as he thought that things couldn't get worse, here is truly a display of how dangerous parasocial viewers can be. There are people who are saving
Skull smashed. I once had a plushie thrown at me and now I'm in a wheelchair, unemployed, moderating for a Vtuber.
Yeah.
Throwing plushies is serious business.
Yeah.
It's time to stop.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so.
For years, waiting for the day that Mizkif gets cancelled so that they can resurface them for everyone to see. At some point, Maya was on a podcast.
Wait till Asku learns what Emily's real name is.
Amelie? Emily? Something Lee? It's Amy Lee? Oh! I don't fucking know. Amanda Lee? I don't know. I don't know. How? I don't know. Yeah, she's Bruce Lee. It's fine.
Mizkif comes in and pulls off her headphones in a very weird way. This was years ago, okay? And someone posted it shortly after Emiru had come out with her statement to showcase that Mizkif has always been weird to his partners. Watch.
I think Miz is coming up here, but I think it's chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
spam
no.
when you say something, Maya.
Shut
They
she
spam for like...
Loser!
Oh, there he is! He's
Loser!
Hey, that's third place. That's third place.
Loser.
Dude, am I the only one who feels like that Maya is a little bit... I don't want to say scared, but like she legitimately started to look uneasy because he was
Wait,
coming
I think Skkun's real name this whole time was Squiggly Shinigally.
It's true. That's me.
Loser.
Second loser.
Loser.
Matt, if you broke that headset, you are DMing Shroud right now.
We double dropped it.
Bro.
Go get the SIM jar.
You know, this would be cute if we wouldn't know that this is an asshole, because you can tell that he just did this because he was angry, but he cannot be aggressive or loud because she's online. Yeah, it was not cute. Like, if the dynamics would be different, like, oh yeah, he's just trolling, haha, but this is not that. He literally did the most he could literally get away with, considering that she's streaming.
Throw the SIM jar. He's in trouble.
What an attention whore.
Bro.
You are. Oh, he doesn't have the thing on.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
So the poster would...
All I'm saying that I think someone really needs to pick up the pen, okay, and just like aim at it. You know, it. How about you try, if you pick up the pen, and you know when like there were those old TVs and they didn't work, and like the picture went away, like my grandma had one of those, and you just had to slam it from the side or the top until the picture came back. I'm just saying, maybe if you do that to Mizkif, maybe he will like reset, and he will just like, boom, he's a nice man now.
Argue that this is important context. Emiru describes Mizkif downplaying all the objects he threw at her as simple jokes. Anything he did that was weird was defended as
He's so mean. I just don't understand why he's so mean. It's so unnecessary.
As a shtick, as content, as clip farming. So yeah, this was definitely weird, and he did this shortly after losing a tournament in Mario Kart, I believe, on stream. Another old clip, I don't know from where, would get...
Bro. He's stuck at the ripe old age of like a 14-year-old prepubescent boy who is like, I lost at Mario Kart, so I'm going to go and bully the girl who I like. I'm just gonna pull her hair because,
Dug out from the dredges of the swamp, right? It would be a 1 and 21-second clip in which you could hear Mizkif berating Maya, saying, get the fuck out of the house. Now look, unfortunately, most of this clip would get interrupted by donations, very cringy, stupid, loud donations. But yeah, you could see him screaming at her. I mean, look, this is like a short snippet of what happens. Watch.
I'm gonna be real with you. I couldn't really catch anything, but I am kind of deaf.
Screaming at her, saying, you're a dumbass, you are dumb, Maya, etc.
I heard a dumbass.
He'd be screaming at her, saying, you're
I can't catch more. Yeah, I heard a dumbass too, but other than that, it's like too much static.
a dumbass, you are dumb, Maya, etc., etc. So not really a very pleasant conversation. So overall, these past clips are indicating to us that, oh, he's always been this way to his partners. He's always kind of treated them badly. It is important to mention that Maya hasn't said anything since this happened with Emiru, right? And I don't think she will. She's too busy managing her wildlife sanctuary to care. But at this point, you don't really need to go back to his previous relationship with Maya to really see how bad of a person he was with Emiru, you know? And just as Emiru had predicted, barely a week after her stream, Mizkif would file a defamation lawsuit against her and
Of
Asmon.
course.
Now you ask any lawyer, like Legal Mind...
Wait, they have it against Mythic too? Oh no. Don't hurt my boys!
defamation lawsuit against her and Asmongold. Now you ask any lawyer, like...
Okay, since he's suing Mythic, he's basically suing me. I have the right to visit him and bite his ankles.
Legal Mindset, for example, about how this lawsuit's going to work, what are the odds of him winning, and it is hilariously bad. Look, just to explain to you, when you sue someone for defamation in Texas, right?
True.
This isn't Japan. You can't sue someone for defamation.
He just does throw plushie at him. I will try to hold back. I will only aim for the ankles.
Because they made you lose money as they were saying the truth. Like, for example, you harass a coworker, it's true, they talk about it publicly, they make you lose your job, you can still sue them and get money out of them because they cause you to lose money. It doesn't matter if it's true or false. In Texas, though, it's different. You have to prove that the people you're suing knowingly lied, right? They said those things and knowingly lied about you. You have to prove that they knew that they were lying, and you have to prove that this cost you severe monetary damage. How the hell do you prove that someone was knowingly lying about you? And by the way, lying. They have to be lying. It's not like Japan where they can be telling the truth and you can still sue them. It's clear that Emiru has a team of lawyers. She was reading a very well-prepared statement. Nothing she said, as far as she knows, is a lie. So again, just as she said on her stream, he will attempt to sue her even though he has no chance of winning. He will lose this lawsuit, and I don't even know why he's bothering. Adriana Lee lost against Mizkif and OTK for a reason, right? As you remember, she sued for defamation. Right now, if you go to Mizkif...
I wonder if he's suing because he's actually that delusional that he thinks he can win. Like, I wonder if his ego is so big that he legit thinks that he has a case here. That's the only thing I can think of. Because it's very obvious for everyone that he's at the wrong here. If you remember what Emmy said, he has to do it. Yeah, but like, why would you... I really think that he just thinks that he's in the right.
Mizkif's Twitter profile, you'll see in his bio, still owner of OTK, now in lawsuit. As if that'll change anything. But hey, it seems that Emiru is doing fine at least. On November 7th, she would appear on someone else's stream and would say that she was considering replying to Mizkif's poem that he sent her, but then found out it
The fucking poem. It's just so embarrassing, man.
was written by AI. She laughed about it. And as I'm recording this part of the video,
AI, ChatGPT poem. Ah, romance is not dead, just digitally AI assisted.
on the 12th of November 2025, she went live for the first time since she talked about Mizkif. She has, of course,
Lovely.
more viewers than him. Let's hope he doesn't drive 150 miles per hour in his car. But if he does, let's hope it's on an empty road with no innocent bystanders. Now, Mizkif, on the other hand, during his stream, would say something very interesting. The fact that he doesn't care anymore. The fact that he was going to go, quote-unquote, demon mode against everyone now. He was going to expose everyone. Text messages.
He hasn't done shit. I am so disappointed. I have been gaslit. He promised us leaks upon leaks. This could have been content. This is pussy mode. There is nothing demonic about it.
Proof over the next couple of days. I, as well as many others, were looking forward to it. What does he have to expose after being, like, completely
Nothing.
destroyed in public? Well, nothing. It's been 16 days, and he hasn't posted anything. Demon mode my ass.
Not even a 1,000-page Google Docu. Yeah.
The only thing Mizkif has posted was on November 7th. It would be on his Instagram, and it would be an absolute disaster. I don't even know what this is, dude. Just watch for yourself.
What? What?
Fuck you. Motherfucker.
I don't know, man, because
Okay. Okay. But does he really think that he's just an innocent person who everyone is dabbing on? That's how I feel like, that he thinks that he hasn't done anything bad, and this is just like the internet. It's a metaphor. Damn. Good for him. Honestly, if he thinks it like that, then at least he can sleep at night. Good for him.
someone in the comments explain to me what this means, because to me it
Slay?
just seems like he's acting like a victim. Like, dude, we're not saying fuck you for no reason. There's a reason people are giving you the middle finger. It's insane what ego does to someone. On his YouTube, on the other hand, he just keeps posting shorts of his previous content, as if nothing had happened.
Listen, if it works, why not?
Look, this is him getting a hair transplant. Isn't that wonderful?
How the fuck did he pull a girl like Emiru? How? Like, listen, I have nothing against hair transplant. Like, if you do that, I think you're a fucking Chad. Like, more power to you. You're fighting against the genetics. I think that's amazing. All I can think is just how the fuck did he pull her?
As if nothing had happened, right? God, I mean, what can I even say about this? I was there to witness this guy rising above all else in the streaming world at a speed never before
Yeah,
seen.
both of
And I was
them.
also there when he tried to play himself out to be the victim when Adriana Lee went after him, as well as Trainwrecks. I was there when he was attempting to rebrand himself. I mean, I literally watched his Iced Coffee Hour podcast, and I
Screw wondering what he has that she doesn't. It's either the money or the kiff. I have everything else. I have the blue eyes. I have a hairline. I have fluffy eyebrows. I literally have I have anger issues. I have it all. I swear to God, I have it all. it's either the kid, but I can do a strap on. Wait, you have blue eyes? I do have blue eyes. I have very similar eye color than he does. Actually, let me look at my eyes. Mine has a yellow ring in the middle, but basically the same color, yeah. Oh, fuck me. I'm like female Kif.
was there when I watched it all get
Yeah.
absolutely destroyed in real time in one night. Mizkif, just like many other content creators before him, is the
A beard? Okay, that's not that impressive a beard. I can grow that. I can totally grow that beard. It's alright.
The same warning that we've heard 1,000 times over. Once you reach those high numbers, once you start making a lot of money, once
Yeah,
you
I
start
can do
feeling
that.
invincible, it is so important to stay grounded with the people that you keep around you. It is so important to not let ego take hold of you. Was Mizkif always some sort of psychopath?
Probably not. The way these things go is that like you start growing and you suddenly feel the hunger and success and you kind of just devolve into this. Like I genuinely think that he was fine in the beginning and then he started growing and then he just, I don't know, became a little shit.
Or did that only happen once he started gaining
Or
more
something.
popularity?
Nah, he was always smart. Oh, I mean, sure, I'm sure that he was always a little bit insecure, but I think it was amplified. I think the bigger he got, the bigger his insecurity became. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it is hard sometimes be a streamer because how to say this? Sometimes when you talk with bigger streamers, not all of them, some are incredibly lovely, but there are a few streamers who will sort of make you feel bad for being small. If that makes sense, like you can see the difference how they talk to you and how they talk to people who are on their level, and that can feel really fucking shit. Like I have met people like that and I was just like, okay, whatever, I guess. But you know, like I particularly don't care about it, but I can see why he would care about it.
Who knows? What I do know, though, is that he did all of this to himself. He has no one else to blame, and that's a fact. At this point, there's nothing he can do. Even an apology won't do anymore. He's screwed up too many times in the eyes of the internet. Does that mean he has no fans whatsoever? Does that mean his career is truly over, one and done?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I think cancel culture is basically over. I don't think you can really cancel anyone unless that person does something really fucking like go to jail, heinous bad shit. I think he will continue streaming. I think he will be fine. His numbers might drop and people will probably not collab with him as much, but I think he will fine.
Of course not. It's never that simple. I always say this, but if Dr. Disrespect can still have a successful career after messaging a minor, then anyone can. But we both know that that's not enough for Mizkif, okay? He wants higher viewers. He wants to be the center of attention. And while he could probably keep having thousands of concurrent viewers, people who cannot let go of their parasocialism when it comes to Mizkif, he'll never be able to attain his average viewer count of 40,000 that he had back in 2021. And that's truly what could make him stop streaming and retire for good. Is he actually going to go demon mode? Is he actually...
He's not gonna go demon mode. There's no fucking demon mode in this man. There is a pussycat mode. That's what he has.
Going to expose other streamers? I doubt it. Is he going to win his lawsuit? Hell no. Is he going to keep streaming? Time will only tell. Either way, he's paused all comments on his videos and disabled likes when it comes to YouTube. And that Instagram reel maybe showed us that he truly still thinks he's the victim and that he's done nothing wrong. Either way, I wish Emiru and the victims the best. I hope they can move on from this. And when it comes to Mizkif, I just hope that justice is served as it's meant to be. Thank you so much for watching until the end.
I feel like what he should do, he should have just sort of moved on. Like the thing is with this Emiru thing that Emiru only started to talk about it because Mizkif was like threatening her. He literally could have avoided this if he's not being a little creepy shit. Then it would have gone away. No one brings anything up. This is not public knowledge. No one is memeing on him. He should have just moved on, get like a big titty girlfriend, boost his number up again, and just, I don't know, better himself. Go to psychologist or something. That's it.
Let's hope this year can end on a good note. 2025 has been ridiculous. And I'll see you in the next video.
Am I tripping, or 2025 was really a very drama-filled year? Like, I don't remember last year being like this. There was so many, like, big people coming and going and failing and cancellations and everything. It's not over yet. It's basically over. It's almost December. It's almost Merry Christmas.
Whatever that is. I love you. Mwah.
Mwah. Chat, it's wild. I gave my gave my girlfriend a black eye. Anyway, thank you for Ass Gobbler for the 5 gifts that's up. Holy shit. Let's go! Thank you, S Gobbler. Ten out of 10. Thank you, Mujin. This man does such hard work. Like, holy fucking shit. He's like, yes, I'm just going to whip out a 1.5 hour fucking video from the beginning. From the beginning. I'm a big Ass Gobbler fan. Same.